Chapter 1062. Shui was shocked by Qin Fan's actions. She bit her lips that Qin Fan had kissed and looked at Qin Fan shyly. "I've obtained the ultimate superstar system for more than a year, but I haven't really worked hard to complete the missions. I don't really want the system. I'm afraid that people will discover my secret and treat me like a monster." Snow revealed her secret to Qin Feng. Ever since she decided to follow Qin Feng, she no longer hid anything from him. Qin Feng knew about Snow's feelings back at the Hong Kong hotel. He hugged Snow tightly and comforted her. "Since you don't want to do the missions, I'll do them for you in the future. Just pretend you don't have the system. Don't think of yourself as someone special. Actually, many people want the system because it's an advantage, not a disadvantage." Qin Feng's words stunned Snow. In the past, she only thought that the system would make her different from ordinary people and turn her into a monster. However, Snow did not expect that the system would make her more outstanding. Now that Qin Feng's words had enlightened her, the anxiety and worry that had accumulated in her heart for more than a year instantly cleared up. "Qin Feng, thank you." Snow looked at Qin Feng with infatuation. Her words were simple, but they contained all the gratitude Snow had for Qin Feng. She wanted to thank Qin Feng for sparing her life in the Hong Kong hotel, thank Qin Feng for sparing her brother's life today, and thank Qin Feng for patiently enlightening her. He let her know that she wasn't alone, because Qin Feng was also the owner of the system and her good friend. Shui's heart was filled with emotion, and she suddenly leaned in to kiss Qin Feng. This time, Qin Feng did not resist. He hugged Snow tightly and stepped on the flying sword. As they soared through the valley, he kissed her until the sky darkened. Swoosh! The flying sword landed on the ground. It was Snow's first time kissing. After kissing for about 10 minutes, she felt completely drained and collapsed in Qin Feng's arms. Qin Feng put away the cosmic flying sword and Munmorn. He sat cross-legged on the ground and waved his hand. A red lottery ticket appeared in his hand. It was a lottery ticket for Star Technology's A-grade battle equipment. "Go!" Qin Feng willed the lottery ticket in his hand to disappear. A moment later, an exquisite handgun appeared in Qin Feng's hand. Snow couldn't help but exclaim as she stared at the gleaming pistol in her hand. "Wow! Qin Feng, what kind of gun is this? It looks so cool." Qin Feng also liked the Silver Snake. However, the Star Technology's combat equipment was too expensive, so Qin Feng didn't want to show Snow the power of the Silver Snake. After all, each bullet cost 10,000 Hedonist points. Whoosh! Qin Feng waved his hand, and the Silver Snake pistol suddenly transformed into a silver longsword with a swirling pattern on its blade. This sudden transformation caused Snow to cry out in surprise. "Qin Feng, is this the same pistol that we used just now? Can even grow into a sword?" Qin Feng's heart was filled with excitement. He casually waved his hand, and a flash of silver light shot out. In the next moment, a series of loud noises came from the opposite mountain. Boulders tumbled down, and the valley shook as if there was an earthquake. Snow was dumbfounded by Qin Feng's strength and the injured Silver Snake pistol. No wonder Qin Feng could defeat her big brother. Based on Qin Feng's current strength, it was no fluke. He was indeed terrifyingly powerful. "Shui, are you all right?" Qin Feng felt Shui's body tremble in his arms, so he stopped his sword dance. Snow gradually calmed down. She hugged Qin Feng's arm and said, "I'm fine. Why you and Big Brother are so powerful." Qin Feng realized that although Shui had obtained the supreme superstar system, she had never cultivated. She only possessed some treasures from the system. This made Qin Feng worry about Shui's safety. "Snow, I'll give this Silver Snake pistol to you." With a thought, the Silver Snake pistol can grow into a sword or a pistol. In pistol form, there are 5 bullets. You have to use it when you're in danger. Don't look down on the 5 bullets. Each bullet can destroy any mountain. Qin Feng pointed at the mountain range in front of him. He wasn't boasting. Only those who had used Star Tech products knew how powerful Star Tech's battle equipment was. Snow stood there in a daze. She never thought that Qin Feng would give her such a precious item. Snow's body slightly trembled. She raised her head and looked at Qin Feng, dumbfounded. Why did you give me a silver snake? Such a powerful treasure. You should keep it for yourself. However, Qin Feng didn't put away the silver snake. He wouldn't take back something he had given away. Actually, Qin Feng had his own plans. Now that he had joined forces with Snow's system, Snow's safety was very important to Qin Feng. If Snow's system was discovered and she was captured for research, Qin Feng's hedonist sovereign system would be exposed. Qin Feng couldn't stay by Snow's side to protect her all the time, so he gave the silver snake to her. If she was in danger in the future, he believed that with the silver snake in hand, no one below the true Qi stage would be able to capture her. Don't refuse. Keep the silver snake in case you need it. Qin Feng didn't explain further. Snow was touched and carefully put the silver snake into the star system. After Qin Feng finished studying the 3 scrolls, the system rewarded him with the interface of Battle Spirit Hall. Qin Feng was very curious about this new interface, so he entered the system's Battle Spirit Hall. Master! Little Pig jumped onto Qin Feng's shoulder. Little Pig, what kind of place is the Battle Spirit Hall? Qin Feng asked. Master, the Battle Spirit Hall is a virtual martial arts arena with many training rooms. The opponents in different rooms are of different levels. You won't die in the Battle Spirit Hall, and you can fight with opponents to increase your combat experience and break through bottlenecks. Little Pig's introduction gave Qin Feng a general understanding of the Battle Spirit Hall. It was a very good place. Actually, breaking through to the next realm not only required endless spiritual qi to cultivate, but also some comprehension of cultivation. Most of these comprehensions were obtained from battles of life and death. This was also the reason why Qin Feng could smoothly break through after several battles of life and death. However, life and death battles were always dangerous. Now that Qin Feng had the Battle Spirit Hall, he could come here to find opponents to break through bottlenecks in the future. Master, you're not the only one who can use the Battle Spirit Hall. Anyone who joins the Hero Alliance can use it. Little Pig added. Qin Feng was overjoyed. This way, Zhao Lingxian and the other women could break through faster. Moreover, Qin Feng doted on those women very much. How could he bear to let them fight with others? Although Zhao Lingxian and the other women were breaking through quickly, their combat experience was too lacking. If they really encountered a difficult situation, they might not even be able to defeat a low-level martial artist. But now that everyone could use the Battle Spirit Hall, Qin Feng didn't have to worry about this problem anymore. Qin Feng's interest in the Battle Spirit Hall grew, and he began to study it further. After reading the system's introduction of the Battle Spirit Hall, Qin Feng discovered that the Battle Spirit Hall was divided into 9 floors. Each floor represented a different level of opponent. The higher the floor, the stronger the opponent. Only those who had the authority to open the first floor could open the second floor. The first floor represented the inner Qi stage experts, including stage 1 inner Qi to the pinnacle of stage 9 inner Qi. Opening the first floor required 100,000 hedonist points. The functions of the Battle Spirit Hall were too useful to Qin Feng. Without thinking too much, Qin Feng spent 100,000 hedonist points and opened the first floor's authority. Ding! Congratulations to host Qin Feng for spending 100,000 hedonist points to open the first floor's authority. The system's notification sounded. Rumble. Suddenly, a loud noise came from the Battle Spirit Hall, which had the appearance of a 9-story pagoda. The tightly shut door slowly opened, and thousands of rays of light shot out from inside, dazzling like the sun. Master, the first floor of the Battle Spirit Hall has been opened. You can go in and challenge any inner Qi stage opponent now, Little Pig shouted excitedly. Qin Feng was no longer interested in inner Qi stage opponents, so he didn't plan to challenge them. The main reason why he opened the first floor's authority was to let Zhao Lingxian and the other women train here. Little Pig, how many hedonist points do I need to open the second floor's authority? What level are the opponents on the second floor? Qin Feng asked. Unlocking the second floor's authority requires 200,000 hedonist points. You can summon inner Qi stage experts from stage 1 to stage 9 inner Qi. Qin Feng was very interested in the second floor because it met his current requirements. However, Qin Feng was hesitant to open the second floor's authority at the cost of 200,000 hedonist points. Qin Feng originally had 730,000 hedonist points. After unlocking the first floor's authority, he was left with 630,000 hedonist points. If he unlocked the second floor's authority, he would only have 430,000 hedonist points left. Qin Feng had long planned to save 500,000 hedonist points to unlock the star technology interface, so he still needed 500,000 hedonist points. Little Pig could read Qin Feng's mind. So it continued, "Master, with the Hero Alliance's current Silver Alliance rank, we can't let the Hero Alliance members enter the Battle Spirit Hall yet." Little Pig felt as if a bucket of cold water had been poured over him. Qin Feng was speechless. "Then what rank do I need to raise the Hero Alliance to?" "Master, you only need to raise the Silver Alliance to the Gold Alliance rank. Upgrading will cost 100,000 hedonist points. After upgrading to the Gold Alliance rank, you can also open the Time Portal. No matter where the Hero Alliance members are, they can exchange items through the system's Time Portal." Qin Feng had received the Time Portal as a reward for completing a mission a long time ago. After some consideration, Qin Feng decided to spend 100,000 hedonist points to upgrade the Hero Alliance first. Otherwise, the Battle Spirit Hall's first floor's authority would be unlocked for nothing. If Zhao Lingxian and the others couldn't enter the Battle Spirit Hall to practice martial arts, it would be useless. Upgrade the Hero Alliance. Qin Feng thought, and 100,000 hedonist points disappeared instantly. Boom! Qin Feng saw the Hero Alliance's interface suddenly shake, and the Hero Leaderboard inside the Hero Leaderboard emitted a dragon's roar and a phoenix's cry. The originally silver leaderboard started to change color from top to bottom. It shone with a golden radiance as if it was a gigantic leaderboard made of pure gold. The dragon and phoenix on the leaderboard also shone with a golden radiance as if they were alive and could fly away at any time. Ding! Congratulations to host Qin Feng for spending 100,000 hedonist points to upgrade the Silver Alliance to the Gold Alliance rank. The Time Portal has been activated. As soon as the system's voice faded away, Qin Feng heard a dozen or so people exclaiming and discussing in his mind. "Oh my God! What's going on, boss? Why did the dragon and phoenix leaderboard turn golden? What a huge pure gold leaderboard. Can I take it out and sell it?" Lu Jie shouted excitedly. Chapter 1063. Qin Feng, where are you now? What happened just now? Zhao Lingxian asked worriedly. Qin Feng, come to Hero City and play with us when you're free. We all miss you. Lin Bei Bei missed Qin Feng, but she was too embarrassed to tell everyone that she missed Qin Feng. Hua Yan, Bai Qing, Lu Wenjing, Li Yuchun, Su Qiuyu, many women were asking about Qin Feng. They were in Hero City of Acropolis City and felt isolated from the rest of the world. They didn't know that Qin Feng had won the title of the Chief of Martial Arts League. Qin Feng waited until everyone quieted down before he said, "Ladies and handsome men, I've just upgraded the Hero Alliance and opened a new interface called the Battle Spirit Palace. From now on, you can go to the first floor of the Battle Spirit Palace to practice your martial arts. The opponents in there are all virtual, so you won't die in there. You can choose your opponents from Stage 1 Inner Chi to Stage 9 Inner Chi." After Qin Feng released the news, he heard a series of screams in his mind. It was so loud that Qin Feng felt like his head was going to explode. "Holy shit. Boss, are you serious? I'm stuck at Stage 7 Inner Chi now, and I want to challenge a Stage 8 Inner Chi opponent. However, I'm afraid that I won't be able to defeat a Stage 8 Inner Chi expert and will be tortured to death instead. Now that I have a place like Battle Spirit Palace, I don't have to worry about not being able to find someone to practice with." Huang Jinghua and Zhang Ye were also excited. As men, they were more eager to achieve breakthroughs in martial arts. "Qin Feng, what kind of technology did you create? Why do I feel like it's getting more and more mysterious?" Yan Wu Shuang, who was usually quiet when they chatted, suddenly spoke. As a member of the Dragon Sect, she had come into contact with a lot of technology. However, she had never seen technology as powerful as Qin Feng's. "Master, Little Demon is also curious about this technology. When was it developed? Which country developed it? Ren Xiaoyao was also curious. Qin Feng was scared to death by the group of women's curiosity. He felt that they were about to spill the secrets of the system. Before they could continue their conversation, Qin Feng quickly changed the topic. Ahem, that's right. After I leveled up Hero Alliance, not only can we chat, but we can also send items to each other. Qin Feng's words caused the crowd, which had been in an uproar, to suddenly quiet down. The clamor in Qin Feng's mind instantly turned into absolute silence. He even wondered if he had suddenly lost contact with the system. A moment later, an even crazier scream exploded in Qin Feng's mind. Oh my god! Boss, don't tease us. Mutual transfer of items? I'm in Hero City. Where are you? How do I teleport? Boss opened a delivery company? When will the goods arrive? Lu Jie's words made everyone burst into laughter. The others didn't believe Qin Feng's words and thought he was joking. Qin Feng's face darkened. He had already decided that he would hang Lu Jie upside down on a tree and beat him up when he returned to Hero City. Who says I'm joking? I'm serious. If you don't believe me, just use your thoughts to send me an item and you'll know. Actually, Qin Feng was looking forward to the function of the space-time door. He didn't know if he could send things over from so far away. As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Feng suddenly felt something in his hand. Felt like silk, and he instinctively looked down. Both Qin Feng and Shui Er let out a cry of surprise. A pair of sexy, black lace panties had appeared in Qin Feng's hand. Fuck! Who sent me a pair of panties? Qin Feng screamed instinctively. Suddenly, his mind went silent. Then, he heard Lu Jie and the others' laughter. Haha! Boss, keep pretending. We won't expose you. Boss, why don't you quit the martial arts world and become an actor? The next Oscar winner will definitely be you. Even Zheng Shuai, who has recently become a celebrity in the film and television industry, can't compare to Boss. Huang Jinghua and Zhang Ye were laughing so hard that even Yun Zhe's laughter could be heard. Qin Feng's women began to complain about Qin Feng's indecent behavior, saying that Qin Feng's lust had relapsed. Only one woman was dumbfounded. She was so embarrassed that she wanted to find a hole to hide in. Yan Wu Shuang thought Qin Feng was joking. She was changing her clothes at home, so she took off her panties and threw them to Qin Feng. She didn't expect Qin Feng to really send her panties over. You bastards! You don't believe me even if I tell you the truth? Wait till I get back to Hero City. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Qin Feng shouted angrily. Qin Feng shouted angrily. Lu Jie and the others' laughter came to an abrupt halt. However, they could still hear the occasional peal of laughter from time to time. Lu Jie, you don't want the Overlord slash that I gave you, right? Why did you send it to me? Qin Feng and Shui Er were speechless after Yan Wu Shuang's panties were sent to them. They watched as items kept falling from the sky. There were spiritual armors, pills, spiritual herbs, fruits, drinks, and even shoes and stinky socks. Huang Jinghua, are these black socks yours? How many days have you not washed them? Bei, didn't I give you this bracelet? Why did you just throw it away like that? Qin Feng kept complaining. The voices in his mind had all stopped. No one laughed at him and no one complained anymore. The only thing that was left was the sound of people panting. Fuck, what the hell? Where's my Overlord slash? Boss, don't tell me the Overlord slash is with you? Lu Jie's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Huang Jinghua's face turned red. He shouldn't have sent the socks to Qin Feng just now. He had embarrassed himself in front of so many sisters-in-law. Lin Bei's mouth fell open. She looked weak and adorable. Ah, I was just trying to play with it. Qin Feng, please don't be angry. I don't know what's going on. When Qin Feng heard Lin Bei's trembling voice, he could imagine how nervous and afraid she was right now. Qin Feng's heart ached a little. He wanted nothing more than to fly to Lin Bei's side and use his endurance to comfort her. Everyone realized that something was wrong. Qin Feng didn't seem to be joking. He had upgraded Heroes Alliance, and it seemed like the Heroes Alliance could really teleport items. Little pig, can't the space-time gate allow us to travel through time? Qin Feng remembered the introduction of the space-time gate. Not only could it teleport items, but it could also teleport people. Master, it can indeed travel through time. However, you need to upgrade Heroes Alliance to Platinum Alliance first. Upgrading Heroes Alliance from Gold Alliance to Platinum Alliance requires 300,000 Hedonist points. Little Pig said. Qin Fan now had 530,000 Hedonist points, which was enough to upgrade Gold Alliance. However, he still needed to unlock the Star Technology interface to use the remaining 500,000 Hedonist points. At this moment, the women and Lu Jie's lackeys were still in a heated discussion. They were all stunned by the power of the space-time gate. With a thought, Qin Fan returned all the items that were teleported to him. However, he didn't return the black lace panties. He planned to go back and interrogate the women one by one. Who did the panties belong to? Ouch! My Overlord Slash is back. Lu Jie cried out in pain when the Overlord Slash hit his head. My socks are back too. Huang Jinggua's voice was even softer than a mosquito. Qin Fan, I promise I'll never let go of this bracelet. Don't be angry, okay? Lin Bei Bei said cautiously. After everyone returned their items, only Yen Wu Shuang sat on the bed with a bitter face. She realized that her panties were missing, but she was too embarrassed to ask Qin Fan about it. Yen Wu Shuang had already guessed that Qin Fan must have hidden it away. Everyone was now sure that the space-time gate could teleport items. The women were very playful. They used the space-time gate to teleport items to each other even though they were all in Hero City. Qin Fan chatted with everyone for a while longer before he exited the Hedonist sovereign system. Shuer, join my Heroes Alliance. It'll be easier for you to talk when I'm not by your side. There are many friends in the Heroes Alliance. If you're in trouble, just shout and someone will come to your rescue. Shuer was completely obedient to Qin Fan. She agreed to join the Heroes Alliance without a second thought. A phoenix cry rang out, and another name appeared on the phoenix ranking. When everyone saw Shuer's name, Qin Feng and Shuer's minds exploded. Shuer, are you China's most popular celebrity, Miss Shuer? Zhao Lingxian and the other women were at the age of chasing stars. Recently, they were all obsessed with the pretty girl group, Shuer and Zheng Shuai. However, in front of Qin Fan, these women were very shrewd. They only mentioned the female celebrities and did not mention Zheng Shuai. Although Shuer was the owner of the system, she was shocked by the Heroes Alliance's powerful function. She said carefully, I'm Shuer. Nice to meet you all. Whoosh! The Heroes Alliance exploded in an instant. The women screamed crazily, and Lu Jie and the other men could no longer suppress their wild desires. Boss, how did you get Shuer to join us? Beauty Shuer, I'm Lu Jie. Nice to meet you. Shuer smiled and said, Nice to meet you. I'm Qin Fan's woman. Shuer felt that it was necessary for her to reveal her identity. Otherwise, it would be awkward if the men in the Heroes Alliance said something unnecessary. Qin Fan was stunned. He did not expect Shuer to introduce him in such a way. The smile on Lu Jie's face froze. He was so shocked that his heart and liver trembled. Ahaha, so it's sister-in-law Shuer. Nice to meet you. Boss, I still have something to do. I'll be going now. Lu Jie had wanted to flirt with Shuer before. When he heard that she was Qin Fan's woman, he was so shocked that he immediately hung up. Huang Jinggua, Zhang Ye, and the other men also logged off. They could already imagine the scene of Zhao Lingxian and the other women angrily scolding Qin Fan. Qin Fan, why you're messing around again? You bastard! Zhao Lingxian yelled angrily. Then she also logged off. Qin Fan, Bei Bei has to log off too. You've successfully angered Big Sister Lingxian, Big Sister Wenjing, Big Sister Qingqing, Big Sister Huayan, and Big Sister Qiu Yu. Bei Bei can't save you now. Only Qin Fan and Shuer were left in the bustling Heroes Alliance. They looked at each other awkwardly. Ahem. It's fine, Shuer. They're all my women. They're just throwing a tantrum. They'll be fine in a few days. Shuer was not angry. Instead, she felt a bit guilty. She did not think that her words would bring trouble to Qin Fan. Did I say something wrong? I'll explain it to them when I see them in the future. Qin Fan looked through the system's rewards and distributed the hedonist points. He picked up the red robe from the ground and put it on Shuer. I'll go to the Martial Artist Alliance to find the Alliance Master and ask about my mother's whereabouts. You can stay in the Divine Dragon Mountain for a few days. I'll go back to the Acropolis City in a few days. I've built a base there. If you want to go there, you can stay there. If you don't want to leave the provincial capital, you can. Chapter 1064. Qin Fan left Mount Mystical Dragon. The Divine Dragon and Shuer escorted him and Qin Shao down the mountain. As he watched Qin Fan's receding silhouette, the Divine Dragon's expression turned solemn. No one knew what he was thinking. Shuer's large, watery eyes flashed with reluctance. Little sister, you should leave the country. Don't ever come back to China again. The Divine Dragon suddenly said to Shuer after Qin Fan was gone. Shuer was stunned. Brother, why do you want me to leave the country? The Divine Dragon looked tired. Qin Fan is too powerful. I can't control him and I can't watch you fall into his hands. He has too many women around him, and he's lecherous and shameless. You have to leave the country and live in seclusion to escape from Qin Fan's clutches. Shuer rolled her eyes. She was rendered speechless by her brother's stern expression. She hugged the Divine Dragon's arm and said, Brother, don't think about it anymore. I'm not forcing myself to be with Qin Fan. In fact, I want to be with Qin Fan for the rest of my life. He's not the hedonistic young master rumored to be. Or should I say, he's changed a lot in the past year. I'm not at a disadvantage in following him, but I've found a treasure. Shuer's words shocked the Divine Dragon. He had always thought that his little sister had chosen to follow Qin Fan to save his life. Could it be that his little sister had fallen in love with Qin Fan? You've fallen in love with him? The Divine Dragon exclaimed. Shuer's face suddenly blushed. She shook her head and said, I can't say that I've fallen in love with him. After all, I've only met him a few times. Before that, we were like strangers. However, I don't dislike being with him. In fact, I feel a sense of security. Moreover, I'm grateful that Qin Fan released my brother this time. I'm willing to spend time with him and fall in love with him. The Divine Dragon heaved a long sigh when he saw his little sister's determined expression. He had completely given up on the idea of letting his little sister leave Qin Fan. Perhaps this was fate. There was no need to defy the heavens. If that's the case, then I'll stand by Qin Fan's side from now on. Divine Dragon murmured to himself as he watched Qin Fan disappear. Qin Fan and Qin Shao had left the Divine Dragon Mountain together. The two brothers hadn't seen each other or exchanged a few words in the past 20 years. Today, it was as if they were going to say all the things they hadn't said in 20 years. Finally, Qin Shao returned to the Qin Manor. Everyone in the Qin Manor was very happy. Qin Wudao and Qin Duo'er were the happiest. They felt that the feeling of home was getting stronger and stronger. Qin Fan did not return to the Qin mansion. He was anxious to find out his mother's whereabouts, so he went straight to the Martial Arts Alliance to look for the Dragon God's master. The news of Qin Fan's triumphant return as the chief of the pugilistic world and his victory over the Dragon God had already spread throughout the capital city. The capital city dragon had Tian had won, and had Shin Tian emperor, and Long Fan had, and dragon had Yu Fan, master. Tian Chin and had Feng had was had Feng Long and had was Chun Long Feng, Long and Long Qin. Qing Feng Qin Long Yun, Chun, family Yun and Yun, was had Kama. The Qin family and the Yun family had become more powerful because of Qin Feng. The Sima family had recently completed the transfer of ownership of the blacksmith shop with the Yun family. When Sima Aolong heard the news, he was overjoyed. A few days ago, he had the thought of fighting Qin Feng to the death. Now, it seemed like he and the Sima family had managed to escape with their lives. Qin Feng did not care about the discussions. He did not even know that he had become the most powerful man in the secular world. Qin Feng had arrived at the headquarters of the capital city Martial Artist Alliance. He bumped into Yen Wushuang. Leader Yen. Qin Feng was happy to see Yen Wushuang. Yen Wushuang was wearing a tight-fitting black leather shirt and pants, which accentuated her curvaceous figure. Her face was as cold as ever, but when she raised her head and saw Qin Feng, she blushed. Qin Feng? When did you come back? Yan Wushuang was startled by Qin Feng. Not long ago, they were still chatting in the Heroes Alliance. Judging from the conversation of the women in Hero City, Qin Feng was obviously not in the provincial capital or Acropolis City. However, Yan Wushuang ran into him not long after. She was extremely excited. But soon, Yan Wushuang remembered something else. She was embarrassed because her lace panties were still with Qin Feng. I just came back a few days ago. Leader Yan, long time no see. Did you miss me? Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang had an ambiguous relationship. Qin Feng could not help but crack a joke when he saw Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang's cold face blushed. She was too embarrassed to talk to Qin Feng. Leader Yan, what's wrong? You don't look right today. Qin Feng quickly noticed Yan Wushuang's unusual behavior. Why was she so shy today? I'm not. Where are you going? The 12 peaks of the dragon sect are looking for you. Yan Wushuang's mind was full of her panties. She was afraid that Qin Feng would notice her unusual behavior, so she quickly changed the topic. Qin Feng took a step forward and held Yan Wushuang's slender waist. Yan Wushuang was so scared that she struggled, but she could not get away from Qin Feng's arm. Why are the 12 peaks looking for me? Those old guys are full of evil tricks. Qin Feng did not care about Yan Wushuang's resistance. He thought she was just shy. Yan Wushuang was so scared that she covered Qin Feng's mouth. She looked around and whispered in Qin Feng's ear, "Are you crazy? The dragon sex base is right here. If you speak ill of the 12 peaks in public, they will punish you." Yan Wushuang had heard about Qin Feng's crazy deeds recently, but she could not accept it. In Yan Wushuang's eyes, Qin Feng was still the old Qin Feng, a member of the dragon sect Huang group. How could he offend the 12 peaks? Qin Feng took a whiff of Yan Wushuang's fragrant hand and bit it. Yan Wushuang screamed and shyly withdrew her hand. She stared at Qin Feng angrily. "Are you a dog? Why did you bite me?" Qin Feng held Yan Wushuang's arm and walked toward the dragon sex base. Since the 12 peaks were looking for him, Qin Feng wanted to see what was going on. But now, Qin Feng was not afraid of the 12 peaks. The 12 peaks had forced Qin Feng to participate in the martial arts circle convention. If they forced Qin Feng to do anything again, Qin Feng would slap them to death. "Leader Yan, did anyone bully you and Bing Bing when I was not around?" Qin Feng asked Yan Wushuang as he walked. Yan Wushuang was touched, but she got angry when she heard Lu Bing Bing's name. "Why do you care if anyone bullied me or not? Who are you to me?" Qin Feng didn't mind Yan Wushuang throwing a tantrum. He and Yan Wushuang had completed several missions together, and they were partners who had gone through life and death situations together. The two of them could be said to be telepathic, and Qin Feng understood Yan Wushuang very well. "Our relationship is so complicated. It's hard to explain," Qin Feng said with a smile. Yan Wushuang twisted her waist and struggled again. "Who's confused with you? Let go of me. You're a pervert." "Who are you?" "This is the dragon sex restricted area. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed to enter." Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang arrived at the gate of the dragon sex base. Two guards immediately stopped Qin Feng. Qin Feng had not been back for a long time, so the guards almost did not recognize him. When Qin Feng raised his head and looked at them, the guards were so scared that their legs were trembling. "This is Qin Feng, the man who won the title of the martial arts circle leader and defeated the martial arts legend of the secular world, Senior Dragon God. This lowly one deserves to die. I have eyes but failed to recognize Senior Qin Feng. Senior Qin Feng, Group Leader Yan, please come in." Yan Wushuang and Yan Wushuang were shocked. As the instructor of the Shen group, she had never been treated like this when she came to the dragon sect. It seemed like Qin Feng had really soared to the sky. Qin Feng did not care about this. He walked into the dragon sect with Yan Wushuang in his arms. The dragon sect was still the same. There was a quiet path shaded by trees, and there were some ancient palace buildings on the side. Yan Wushuang was so shy that she kept struggling in Qin Feng's arms. Now that she was walking in the dragon sect, she did not want others to see this scene and gossip. Qin Feng did not let go. He wanted to let the people of the dragon sect know that Yan Wushuang was chosen by him. In the future, when Qin Feng was not around, he would not have to worry about anyone harassing Yan Wushuang. Qin Feng, let go of me now. If the 12 Peaks see this, they will scold you. Yan Wushuang could not break free, so she had to explain to Qin Feng the seriousness of the matter. In the dragon sect, people were not allowed to date each other. Qin Feng said indifferently, "If those 12 old guys dare to scold you, I'll slap their faces right away. I don't like them for a long time." It was not easy for Qin Feng to reach his current position in the dragon sect. From the beginning, he was a member of the Huang group to the current Green Dragon of China. The 12 Peak Elders had been suppressing Qin Feng for a long time. They made him participate in the martial arts conference and helped Purple Dragon Su Xiaotian in the battle at Broken Cliff Mountain. They did not care about Qin Feng's life or death. Qin Feng did not care about what happened before because the Dragon Sect was the organization that protected the peace of China. However, if the 12 Peak Elders still dared to suppress him, Qin Feng would not let them do as they pleased. With Qin Feng's current strength, no one in the secular world of China could compete with him. Qin Feng dragged Yan Wushuang into the base of the Huang group. Many members of the Huang group were having a meeting in the base. When they saw Qin Feng, they were so shocked that their eyeballs almost fell to the ground. "What the fuck? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Big brother Qin Feng, you're back." Zhang Yi was the first to jump up. He even skipped the meeting and rushed to greet Qin Feng excitedly. When Qin Feng led the Huang group to suppress the Shen group, Heaven group, and Earth group, he had helped the members of the Huang group gain the limelight. Everyone treated Qin Feng as their big brother. When the other members regained their senses, they also ran to greet Qin Feng. "Big brother Qin Feng, I heard you became the leader of the martial arts world and defeated Senior Divine Dragon? Is this real or fake?" "That's the Divine Dragon we're talking about. I knew Big brother Qin Feng was a dragon among men. Now our Huang group is going to be in the limelight." Even the leader of the Huang group, Lei Ming, who was standing on the podium and organizing the meeting, came to greet Qin Feng. When Qin Feng first came to the dragon sect, Lei Ming, Lu Yunyun, and Song Chongqing wanted to suppress Qin Feng together. Only half a year had passed, and Qin Feng's status was no longer something that Lei Ming and the others could pry into. "Senior Qin Feng, welcome back to the dragon sect. Your return brings light to the humble dragon sect." Lei Ming used to be Qin Feng's superior. He assigned the most dangerous and difficult missions to Qin Feng. Now that he saw Qin Feng, he was like a little brother meeting his big brother. Everyone surrounded Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang. Qin Feng did not put on airs and greeted them with a nod. Chapter 1065. Senior Qin Feng, congratulations. We've all heard that you've become the leader of the martial arts world and defeated the Divine Dragon. You've really made the dragon sect famous. Another group of people came from outside. They were the people from the Heaven, Earth, and Black Dragon sect. In the past, Song Chongqing didn't care about Qin Feng at all and used all sorts of methods to suppress Qin Feng. Now, seeing Qin Feng was like seeing his own father. His old face almost cramped up from smiling. Not only Song Chongqing, even the leaders of the Earth group, Exploding Bear and Flying Bird of the Heaven group wanted to curry favor with Qin Feng. "Senior Qin Feng, it's been a long time. I've missed you." Exploding Bear, who was as burly as a mountain, came forward to shake Qin Feng's hand. Flying Bird also praised Qin Feng with a smile. "Senior Qin Feng, you're the most powerful person in the secular world of China. It's my blessing to be able to meet you." These leaders of the dragon sect were all wily old foxes, each more snobbish than the other. They greeted Qin Feng as if he was an old friend who had not seen him for a long time. None of them mentioned anything about suppressing Qin Feng. It was as if nothing had happened. Yan Wushuang was stunned. She was only the instructor of the black group. She had to be respectful to Song Chongqing and had no say in front of Exploding Bear and Flying Bird. As a result, the entire dragon sect was shaken by Qin Feng's arrival. Only now did Yan Wushuang realize that the current Qin Feng was no longer the same as before. He had only used a little over half a year to leap from a nobody to the throne of the #1 expert in China's secular world. Qin Fan didn't bother with Song Chongsheng and the others. As his strength soared and his status skyrocketed, Qin Fan's horizons had reached a certain height. He couldn't even be bothered with small characters like Song Chongsheng. Qin Feng had gone to the outer world of martial arts and participated in the Martial Circle Convention. Only then did he truly understand that Song Chongsheng and the others were powerful people in the mortal world. But in the outer world of martial arts, any genius disciple from a small sect could beat them. Haha, brother Qin Feng, I finally get to meet you. You're a busy man. Meeting you is harder than reaching the sky. A hearty laugh came, but no one could see the person. The originally noisy hall quietened down. Everyone waited for a few seconds before they saw a burly man wearing armor and a cloak flying over like a moving hill. The hall was in an uproar when they recognized the person's appearance. Fuck, it's Senior Blue Dragon Ji Yi. Qin Feng also recognized Ji Yi. When he completed the money laundering mission in Hong Kong, Qin Feng, Yan Wushuang, and Ji Yi worked together and forged a deep friendship. Haha, Senior Ji Yi, how have you been? After Qin Feng entered the room, he didn't speak to anyone else, but he acted very intimately with Ji Yi. This scene made Song Chongsheng and the others extremely envious. Who was Qin Feng now? He was an existence that had replaced the dragon god of Huaxia. It was a great honor for him to speak to Qin Feng. I can't compare to you, kid. You're really amazing. It's only been a few months since we last met, and you've already defeated a divine dragon? Is the divine dragon really in the true Qi stage? Ji Yi had never challenged the divine dragon before, so his face was full of curiosity. Qin Fan smiled and shook his head. He did not reveal too much information about the dragon god. Although Qin Fan had defeated the dragon god, he still admired the dragon god's spirit of protecting the stability of China for the past 20 years. Senior Ji Yi. Yan Wushuang also greeted Ji Yi. Ji Yi laughed and said, TSK, when I was doing the mission in Hong Kong, I already noticed that there was something wrong with the two of you. So you two are really together. This is double happiness. Ji Yi's words made Yan Wushuang blush. She wanted to break free from Qin Feng's arm, but it was impossible. Another group of people arrived at the outer court of the Dragon Sect. When the members of the Dragon Sect saw this group of people, they were excited. Even the team leaders like Exploding Bear and Flying Bird could not stay calm. Qin Feng, where have you been these few days? Why didn't you come to my mansion to propose marriage? Dongfang Ming Wang was the leader of the group. Dongfang Ming Wang roared, and the whole courtyard trembled. Qin Feng did not expect Elder Dongfang to come to this place to force a marriage. He was embarrassed. Ahem, Elder Dongfang, I just came back recently, and I have a lot of things to deal with. Don't worry. Qin Feng wanted to stall Dongfang Ming Wang, but Dongfang Ming Wang did not pursue the matter. After all, Qin Feng had come to the Dragon Sect, and today was Qin Feng's celebration party. Dongfang Ming Wang had to save some face for Qin Feng. Gasps of surprise rang in the surroundings. Everyone understood what Dongfang Ming Wang meant. He was forcing Qin Feng to become his son-in-law. When they thought of Dongfang Qing Shui's noble and cold temperament and her devastatingly beautiful face, many male members were envious of her. There were 6 people behind Dongfang Ming Wang. They were the 8 dragons and 1 phoenix of China. Young hero Qin Feng, Orange Dragon Chun Qingdi is here to congratulate you. Hey, I didn't expect you to have such a high cultivation base at such a young age. You even defeated a divine dragon. Bai Feng glared at Qin Feng coldly. Last time, when Qin Feng became the green dragon and held a celebration party, he kept staring at Bai Feng's thighs. Since then, Bai Feng had a bad impression of Qin Feng. When Qin Feng saw Bai Feng, he stared at her breasts happily. Beauty Bai Feng, it's not too late to regret your decision. I'll give you a chance to pursue me. Hiss! Everyone gasped when they heard Qin Feng's words. She was the White Phoenix heroine of China's 9 dragons and 1 phoenix. She was powerful and arrogant. Even the other dragons didn't dare to offend White Phoenix. Qin Feng was probably the only person in China who dared to joke around with her. Bai Feng's face turned cold. However, she laughed and said, "Hee hee, don't even think about it. I don't like you." While Bai Feng and Qin Feng bickered, a few people came up to greet them. UNMO, the Golden Dragon, congratulates brother Qin Feng for defeating the Divine Dragon and becoming the leader of the martial arts world. Wu Ming, the Green Dragon, congratulates you. Black Dragon Zhangzhou. Apart from the Divine Dragon, the rest of the 9 dragons and 1 phoenix were all present. Everyone was stunned by the lineup. Exploding Bear, Soaring Bird, and the others who were usually high and mighty in the dragon sect were like their underlings. They only smiled and dared not speak. Everyone crowded around Qin Feng. Not long ago, Qin Feng was still the Green Dragon of China. He was on the same level as the 8 dragons and 1 phoenix. Now he had defeated the Divine Dragon. It was only a matter of a word for him to become the new Divine Dragon of China. Even the 8 dragons and 1 phoenix did not dare to put on airs in front of Qin Feng. They obviously lowered their heads in front of him. Qin Feng was chatting with Dongfang Mingwang and Ji Yi. He did not think that he was that powerful now. Haha, everyone is here. On behalf of the 12 Peaks, I welcome young hero Qin Feng's return. An old and powerful voice suddenly echoed in the hall. The noisy hall quieted down immediately. Everyone looked at the entrance with awe and respect. Their eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Outside the entrance of the yellow group stood 12 elders in black robes. They were the 12 Peaks of the Dragon Sect. However, these members who joined the Dragon Sect had never seen the 12 Upper Peaks gathered together for so many years. Today, the 12 Upper Peaks gathered together, and it was obvious that they were here for Qin Feng. The 12 Peaks, 8 dragons, and 1 phoenix were all here. This was an extremely rare scene since the establishment of the Dragon Sect. The members of the Dragon Sect were already shivering in fear. They did not even dare to breathe loudly. When they saw the 12 Peaks, the 8 dragons and 1 phoenix retreated to the side. They seemed to be very respectful to the 12 Peaks. The 12 of them chuckled as they walked towards Qin Feng. Qin Feng had actually seen them before, but it was nighttime and the 12 of them were still wearing hats, so Qin Feng didn't see their faces clearly. Now that it was broad daylight, he could see them clearly. Qin Feng, congratulations. We did not misjudge you and arranged for you to participate in the Martial Arts Circle Convention. I didn't expect you to really win the title of the Martial Arts Circle League leader. You are a great hero of the Dragon Sect. A representative from the 12 Upper Peaks came out to speak. In fact, when the 12 Upper Peaks asked Qin Feng to participate in the Martial Arts Circle Convention, they did not have any hopes for Qin Feng. They just wanted Qin Feng to risk his life. In the end, Qin Feng returned with great rewards, which shocked the 12 Upper Peaks. The current Qin Feng was no longer the Qin Feng from a few months ago. Even when the 12 Peaks came, they did not put on airs in front of Qin Feng. Their attitude toward Qin Feng had completely changed. Before, they were all high and mighty, ordering Qin Feng to do things. Now, all of them were smiling like flowers and spoke politely. Heh, you old fogies are too shameless. Back then, you asked me to participate in the Martial Arts Circle Convention when I was only a stage 8 inner chi. Fortunately, I was a genius and quickly broke through and became the Martial Arts Circle League leader. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to come back. Now that I've grown up, you come to flatter me. Why didn't you care about me before? Why didn't you care about me and give me some elixirs to break through quickly? Qin Feng said whatever he wanted to say. He did not care about the 12 Peaks' reputation. The members of the Dragon Sect were dumbfounded. Even the 8 dragons and 1 phoenix were dumbfounded. Bai Feng stared at Qin Feng blankly. She wanted to pry open this guy's head. Was there something wrong with his brain? Qin Feng, don't talk nonsense. Seniors of the 12 Peaks, Qin Feng is still young and doesn't know the rules. I apologize to you on his behalf. Yan Wushuang was scared to death. She pinched Qin Feng's lower back fiercely. Why does this brat like to pretend? The faces of the 12 Peaks representatives changed and instantly turned cold. However, it only lasted for a moment. Then, They put on a smile and said, "Ha, it's all right. As long as young hero Qin Feng becomes the martial arts circle league leader and protects the peace and stability of the secular world of China, it doesn't matter if you beat us up." Qin Feng was good at pretending. He realized that these 12 old fogies were also good at pretending. Their skin was thicker than a brick on the city wall. The crowd heaved a sigh of relief. They thought Qin Feng would fight with the 12 peaks as soon as he came back. However, they were actually looking forward to it. Who would be more powerful? Yan Wushuang also heaved a long sigh of relief. However, she heard Qin Feng suddenly say, "Okay, then stand still and let me beat you up." The 12 peaks were stunned. They didn't expect Qin Feng to be so rude. They were just talking to each other and pretending in front of the juniors. How could this brat be serious? Ahem. Young hero Qin Feng, please don't joke around. Everyone is here. Let's be serious. The 12 peaks representatives hurriedly said with a smile. The other 11 people were so angry that their noses became crooked. Qin Feng sneered, "Don't talk nonsense if you can't do it. Next time I'll really fight you." Qin Feng's domineering arrogance shocked everyone. The dragon sect members' jaws dropped to the ground. This Qin Feng didn't even care about the 12 peaks. Everyone felt that the dragon sect and the secular world of China were about to change. Yan Wushuang's nervous heart calmed down a lot. Just now, she was worried that Qin Feng would offend the 12 peaks. Now she could see the situation clearly. The 12 peaks seemed to be afraid of Qin Feng. "Haha, let's go inside. Young hero Qin Feng has returned triumphantly. Let's celebrate his success." Chapter 1066. Qin Feng walked into the banquet hall with Yan Wushuang in his arms. The 12 peaks followed him, followed by the 6 dragons and 1 phoenix. Behind them were Flying Bird, Exploding Bear, and the members of the dragon sect. Yan Wushuang was still in a daze. She did not expect Qin Feng to become the leader of the dragon sect. Yan Wushuang walked in front of everyone. Her heart raced and she felt embarrassed. "Young hero Qin Feng, we have contacted the Divine Dragon. He has agreed to relinquish his position as the Divine Dragon. From now on, the Divine Dragon of China is young hero Qin Feng. The 12 peaks will represent the Chinese government to confer the title of Divine Dragon on you during today's banquet." The words of the 12 peaks shocked everyone the moment they entered the banquet hall. The martial artists of China's secular world desired to be one of the 9 dragons and 5 tigers. Whether it was one of the 5 tigers or one of the 9 dragons, it would bring honor to their ancestors. The ultimate goal was to become the strongest martial artist in China's secular world, defeat the Divine Dragon, and obtain the title of the Divine Dragon of China. However, the Divine Dragon, Ling Long, had been in the secular world for more than 20 years, and no one had ever defeated him. However, Qin Feng defeated the Divine Dragon not long ago, and he was only in his early 20s. Wait, if I accept the title of Divine Dragon, does that mean I have to guard Mount Divine Dragon and protect the peace of the secular world? Qin Feng suddenly interrupted the 12 peaks representatives. Yes, the title of Divine Dragon means the guardian of China. The person who obtains the title of Divine Dragon must protect the peace of China with his or her life. The title of Divine Dragon was a very important and serious matter. The 12 peaks representatives became serious. Their eyes sparkled as they looked at Qin Feng with envy and jealousy. Ever since Yan Wushuang entered the Dragon Gate, she had been struggling to get out of Qin Feng's embrace. However, at this moment, Yan Wushuang quietly leaned into Qin Feng's embrace and even took the initiative to hold Qin Feng's arm. She never thought that she would one day lie in the arms of a divine dragon and witness the moment when Qin Feng ascended to the top of the divine dragon. While everyone was waiting for Qin Feng to agree, Qin Feng complained, "I don't want to do that. I have a lot of things to do, and I don't have time to guard Mount Divine Dragon every day. Even though I'm willing to contribute to the peace of China, I don't have to do it this way. Let Ling Long be the Divine Dragon. I'll still be the Green Dragon Qin Feng. I'll watch the Dragon Sect complete the missions. Of course, that is if I have time." Qin Feng's words silenced the entire hall. Almost 100 members of the dragon sect were astonished. That was the title of the divine dragon of China, and Qin Feng had just rejected it? Ahem. Young swordsman Qin Feng, you can't take the title of Dragon King lightly. You should consider it carefully. The 12 Upper Peak representatives were so angry that they blew their beards and glared at Qin Feng. He felt that Qin Feng was still young and that his heart hadn't returned to normal yet. Qin Feng wasn't joking. He really couldn't defend Mount God Dragon. He still had to find the leader of the Martial Art Alliance, find out the whereabouts of his mother, bring Su Ruoro back from the Serenity, and annihilate the Golden Assassin crew and the Verdant Sect. Qin Feng still had many things to do. He couldn't be the divine dragon. I'm very serious about this matter. I can't do it. It's better for Ling Long to take on the position of the mystical dragon. Actually, I was lucky to have defeated the mystical dragon this time. If the two of us fought again, it would be hard to tell who would win. What Qin Feng said was the truth. In the Battle of Mount God Dragon not long ago, Qin Feng had defeated the mystical dragon with the help of the star technology. In comparison to his martial artist realm, Qin Feng was still far behind the mystical dragon. After all, one was at the stage of inner chi while the other had already stepped into the stage of true energy. Everyone in the hall exclaimed when they realized that Qin Feng wasn't joking. He really didn't want to be the mystical dragon. The 12 Upper Peak representatives were stumped. Qin Feng's decision was out of their expectation. They didn't expect such a situation to occur. The hall was in a mess as everyone was talking about it. The 12 Upper Peak representatives gathered in a circle to discuss Qin Feng's matter. Qin Feng, why you really don't want to be the mystical dragon? Have you made up your mind? Yan Wu Shuang finally regained her senses and whispered into Qin Feng's ear. If I become the mystical dragon, how can I play with you in the future? How can I flirt with you? Do you think I should be the mystical dragon? Qin Feng whispered into Yan Wu Shuang's ear. Yan Wu Shuang's body went limp. She was almost out of strength. Qin Feng's teasing words made her blush. She wanted to pinch Qin Feng, but she didn't have the strength to do so. Then don't be the mystical dragon. After a moment of silence, Yan Wu Shuang agreed to Qin Feng's decision. Qin Feng didn't find it strange. He had already seen through Yan Wu Shuang's mind. She had feelings for him, but she was too shy to admit it. Oh right, why isn't Bing Bing here? Qin Feng glanced around the hall and didn't see Lu Bing Bing. Yan Wu Shuang, who had just felt the warmth for a while, immediately shook off Qin Feng's arm angrily. How would I know? I heard that she was sent to carry out a mission a few days ago. She should be back soon. I guess something happened to her during the mission. Maybe she died. Yan Wu Shuang and Lu Bing Bing were both in the dragon sect. They often quarreled or glared at each other when they met. Qin Feng smacked Yan Wu Shuang's but said in a deep voice, "Don't joke about this. I'll be angry." Yan Wu Shuang felt wronged, but she didn't say anything. She felt that she was too pretentious. It was as if she had changed into another person when she saw Qin Feng. Young hero Qin Feng, we've come to an agreement. While Qin Feng was flirting with Yan Wu Shuang, the representative from the 12 Upper Peaks returned. He said, "Since you're unwilling to be elected as the divine dragon, we won't force you. Ling Long will continue to guard the celestial dragon mountain. However, you're still the green dragon of China and a member of the dragon sect. If the country is in trouble in the future, you must do your best to help us." The decision of the 12 Upper Peaks caused the crowd to sigh again. The position of the divine dragon that everyone yearned for was rejected by Qin Feng. He was a real expert. Qin Feng didn't care about the dreams of ordinary people. Sure. Qin Feng agreed without hesitation. As a member of China, the blood of China flowed in Qin Feng's body. Even if the 12 Upper Peaks didn't say anything, Qin Feng would still do his best to protect the country when the country was in trouble. If the country was in trouble, his family would be in trouble. Then, Qin Feng's women would not be able to live a peaceful life. This was not what Qin Feng wanted to see. The 12 Upper Peaks heaved a long sigh of relief when they saw Qin Feng did not argue with them anymore. These old men had high positions in the dragon sect, and their words carried enormous weight. However, they were humiliated by Qin Feng today. After the discussion about the position of the divine dragon was over, Qin Feng's celebration banquet officially began. Everyone went crazy and fought to be the first to surround Qin Feng to toast and say nice things. Team leader Yen. The 12 upper peaks toast you. After toasting Qin Feng, the 12 upper peaks toasted Yen Wushuang. These old men had sharp eyes, and they had already seen through the relationship between Qin Feng and Yen Wushuang. Yen Wushuang was overwhelmed by the favor. Her jade-like hand holding the wine glass was trembling. She was afraid that the 12 upper peaks would see through her relationship with Qin Feng. She struggled to get out of Qin Feng's arms again because the dragon sect would not allow its members to fall in love. Hee. Team leader Yen, don't move. You and young hero Qin are a perfect match. The entire dragon sect is waiting for your wedding banquet. The 12 upper peaks representatives looked at Yen Wushuang with a smile. Yen Wushuang was embarrassed and surprised. She felt like she was dreaming. Qin Feng was startled. He wished he could sew up the mouths of the 12 upper peaks representatives. Then he sneakily looked around. When he saw that Dongfang Mingwang was surrounded by a group of members, he heaved a sigh of relief. Dongfang Mingwang didn't hear what Qin Feng said. Yen Wushuang did not usually drink, but she finished the toast from the 12 upper peaks in one gulp. Sister-in-law, let's toast you. We hope you can do us a favor and have a drink with us. Since the 12 upper peaks approved of the relationship between Qin Feng and Yen Wushuang, the rest of the dragon sect members did not hesitate to address Yen Wushuang in a different way. Yen Wushuang blushed, but she was too embarrassed to explain her relationship with Qin Feng in front of everyone. She still cared about Qin Feng and was afraid that he would lose face. Of course, we have to drink. But team leader Yen can't hold her liquor. Let me drink on her behalf. Qin Feng snatched the glass from Yen Wushuang's hand and clinked glasses with the others. He did not put on any airs as the green dragon of China. Yen Wushuang watched Qin Feng drink every glass of wine. Her heart melted quickly. Suddenly, she tightened her grip on Qin Feng's arm and snuggled into his arms. Qin Feng did not feel anything after a round of toasts. He said to the 12 upper peaks, "Oh, right. What's team leader Yan's position now?" "Ah, she's still the instructor of the Shen group, right?" The 12 upper peaks representatives said with uncertainty. They were usually very noble, so they would not care about the position of a small fry like Yen Wushuang. "I've been away for more than 3 months. How can an outstanding member like team leader Yen still be the instructor of the Shen group? It seems like there's something wrong with the dragon sect's promotion system. I need to think about whether I should quit the dragon sect or not. I have no future." Qin Feng twitched his mouth as if he was talking to himself. The 12 upper peaks broke out in a cold sweat. Qin Feng had become the strongest martial artist in the secular world and the leader of the martial world. He was an important bridge between the secular world and the martial world. The nation attached great importance to Qin Feng. If he quit the dragon sect, it would be a great loss to the Chinese government. Senior 12 upper peaks. I'm willing to give up my position as the leader of the Shen group and give it to team leader Yen. Song Chongqing was indeed a wily old fox. He stood out with a smile. Exploding Bear and Flying Bird also surrounded him. They did not even have the right to talk to Qin Feng before, but now they stood out immediately. Exploding Bear is willing to give up his position as the leader of the Earth group. Let's stop fighting. Senior 12 upper peaks. Flying Bird will give up his position as the leader of the Heaven group and give it to team leader Yen. With team leader Yan's strength and management ability, I believe she will do better than Flying Bird. Everyone in the dragon sect was a bootlicker, and they were racing against time to bootlick. The 12 upper peaks felt a little relieved. They looked at Flying Bird and the other 2 upper peaks with admiration and nodded. Then let team leader Yen be the leader of the Heaven group. Actually, we, the 12 upper peaks, have already made this decision. We were going to promote team leader Yen after the celebration banquet for young hero Qin Feng. Since everyone mentioned it, let's give team leader Yen the position now. The 12 upper peaks were the wily old foxes among wily old foxes. They lied without batting an eyelid. Qin Feng did not expose them. He smiled and said, "Not bad. Team leader Yen is very suitable to be the leader of the Heaven group. There's also Lu Bingbing. She's such an outstanding woman. I believe she should have been promoted too, right? Qin Feng flashed a harmless smile, but in the eyes of the 12 upper peaks, he looked like a demon. These 12 wily old foxes were all afraid of Qin Feng. This brat was only 20 years old, but he was so sinister and cunning. Chapter 1067. Yen Wuxuang's heart was filled with warmth when she saw Qin Feng was concerned about her promotion. However, Qin Feng promoted Lu Bingbing, which made Yen Wuxuang unhappy. The 12 upper peaks had witnessed Qin Feng's strength. Not only was his martial arts realm powerful, but he was also extremely thick-skinned. These 12 wily old foxes were afraid of Qin Feng. After promoting Yen Wuxuang and Lu Bingbing, they immediately found an excuse and left. However, before he left, the representative of the 12 upper peaks said to Qin Feng, "Young hero Qin Feng, please continue your gathering here. When you're free, please come to our office. We have something to discuss with you in private." After the 12 peaks left, the 7 dragons and 1 phoenix left one after another. The more powerful one was, the more responsibility he had to shoulder. The 9 dragons and 5 tigers of China were the most powerful people in the secular world. They had important missions to fulfill. It was not easy for them to find time to celebrate with Qin Feng. "Brat, I'll wait for you for 3 more days. If you don't come to my Dongfang court to propose marriage, I'll bring my granddaughter to your mansion to propose marriage. By then, you'll be my son-in-law, and your granddaughter will have to change her surname to Dongfang. Are you afraid of that?" Dongfang Ming Wang left behind some harsh words before he left. Qin Feng was really scared. He planned to finish his business in the provincial capital in 3 days and then run back to Hero City to lie low. After the big shots left, the oppressive feeling in the hall lessened a lot. The ordinary members of the Dragon sect had completely relaxed. The members of the Heaven, Earth, Profound, and Yellow groups disliked each other, and the internal strife was very serious. But now, because of Qin Feng's power and the promotion of Yen Wuxuang and Lu Bingbing, the 4 groups were no longer estranged. The members drank and chatted with each other. The group leaders and instructors of the 4 groups also gathered together to brag and laugh. The internal structure of the Dragon sect had changed greatly. The members had become united from separate camps. And all these changes were caused by Qin Feng. "Where are you going, Qin Feng?" Yen Wuxuang ran to the door and saw Qin Feng was about to leave. "The 12 peaks are looking for me. I'm going to have a look. You can stay here and enjoy yourself. I'll come to you later." Qin Feng patted Yen Wuxuang's shoulder. Yen Wuxuang, who used to be cold and emotionless, started to cling to Qin Feng after the 12 upper peaks approved of her relationship with him. Yen Wuxuang was a little shy. She didn't know how she had become like this. "All right, you can go now," Yen Wuxuang said lightly. Qin Feng smiled and didn't expose Yen Wuxuang's thoughts. He walked to the room on the 12th peak, opened the door and walked in. "Young hero Qin Feng, you're here." When Qin Feng entered the house, the 12 peak masters who were sitting cross-legged opened their eyes and looked at Qin Feng. The last time Qin Feng came here was at night. That was also the first time Qin Feng met the peak masters of the Dragon sect. Qin Feng was nervous and depressed. This time, the status of both parties had changed drastically. Qin Feng nodded at everyone, then walked to the stone chair at the front of the room and sat down. The 12 peaks didn't say anything. "Why are you looking for me? Just say it. I'm quite busy." Qin Feng looked around leisurely. The room was very simple. There was only a table and a few chairs. The rest of the room was empty. It seemed to be the room where the 12 peaks usually practiced their martial arts. The representative of the 12 peaks said with a smile, "Young hero Qin Feng, do you still remember the mission that we assigned you to participate in the martial arts circle convention? This time, you've successfully completed the mission and returned with the title of the chief of the martial arts circle. We're all happy and proud for you." The representative of the 12 peaks started to flatter Qin Feng. Qin Feng waved his hand and said, "That's enough. Although we had some conflicts in the past, let's write it off. Now we're all colleagues of the dragon sect. Just say what you want to say. Qin Fan was quite satisfied that the 12 Peaks promoted Yan Wushuang and Lu Bingbing. He didn't want to make things difficult for the 12 Peaks. After all, Yan Wushuang and Lu Bingbing still needed to stay in the dragon sect. Qin Fan didn't want to make their relationship awkward. The representative of the 12 Peaks cut to the chase and said directly, "Young hero Qin, do you know why we asked you to participate in the martial arts circle convention? We don't really want to suppress you. In fact, the dragon sect really wants to take over the position of the chief of the martial arts circle. You've defeated the divine dragon not long ago. I believe the divine dragon has told you about the chaos that happened in the martial arts circle 20 years ago. After the chaos, the divine dragon guarded China for more than 20 years. The secular world and the martial arts circle lived in harmony. However, this was only the piece on the surface. According to the Dragon Sect's recent intelligence report, some forces in the martial arts circle have begun to stir again. 20 years have passed, but they're still thinking about that peerless treasure. In these 20 years, too many experts have appeared in the martial arts circle. The martial artists in the secular world are no match for them. If it wasn't for the Dragon Sect and the Divine Dragon guarding the martial arts circle, I'm afraid the martial arts circle would have been in chaos again. This time, we didn't ask you to come here to assign you a mission. We're asking you to accept a mission. Now that you're the chief of the martial arts circle, can you unite the forces in the martial arts circle and make them know their place? It would be best if they could pledge allegiance to the Dragon Sect. The representatives of the 12 Peaks had expressed their intentions. Qin Fan's heart was stirred. He didn't expect the martial arts circle to be in chaos again. He seemed to have become the most important person in the martial arts circle and the secular world. Qin Fan didn't rush to agree. After thinking for a while, he said, "In the end, I'm just one person. The title of chief of the martial arts circle is just an empty title. The martial arts circle is divided into the outer hidden sects and the inner hidden sects. The real experts in the outer hidden sects are in the inner hidden sects. I can stabilize the power of the outer hidden sects. As for the inner hidden sects, I don't dare to say anything. Why didn't you mention the Martial Arts Alliance? This organization is the most important bridge between the secular world and the martial arts circle, right? The Dragon Sect can let the Martial Arts Alliance stand up and stabilize the power of the secular world. I believe it can still control the inner hidden sects. Before this, Qin Fan couldn't see the situation clearly. However, after the Martial Arts Circle convention, Qin Fan could see it more clearly than anyone else. The martial arts circle that martial artists in the secular world often referred to the outer hidden sects. They rarely came into contact with the people from the inner hidden sects. The inner hidden sects were the true holy land for the strong. Although Qin Fan defeated the disciple of the inner hidden five and won the title of chief of the martial arts circle, he was only a young martial artist below the age of 35 in the inner hidden sects. As for the realm of the old monsters in the inner hidden sects, Qin Fan couldn't even guess. The 12 Peaks had the same expression. They were all frowning. Young Master Qin, the Dragon Sect also wants to work with the Martial Arts Alliance to maintain the peace of the secular world in Huaxia. Unfortunately, we were wrong from the beginning. The Martial Arts Alliance has developed greatly and has long surpassed the Dragon Sect. They do things their own way. The chief of the Martial Arts Alliance has never shown his face. The 12 Peaks have requested to meet him several times, but we have never seen him. Moreover, according to the information gathered by the Dragon Sect's intelligence team, the Martial Arts Alliance has been making some big moves in recent years. They are not on the side of the Huaxia government, nor are they on the side of the outer hidden sects. They seem to be independent and want to form a tripartite balance of power. Qin Fan knew very little about the internal affairs of the Martial Arts Alliance. He did not expect this organization to be so arrogant. Did they establish themselves as the king of the secular world? Had they reached the point where they did not care about the Dragon Sect? I say, aren't you old people being too soft-hearted? If the Martial Arts Alliance doesn't listen to you, you can just let the country attack them. You can just send a few divisions over and scare the chief of the Martial Arts Alliance to death. Although Qin Fan practiced martial arts, he still felt that it was still the 21st century. Cultivation was just to strengthen one's body and protect one's life. If the Huaxia government really attacked them with tanks, cannons, or even missiles, the martial arts alliance would be nothing. 12 Peaks was amused by Qin Fan's words. He smiled bitterly and said, "You make it sound easy, but it's impossible to put it into practice. Since the development of Huaxia, there have been many extraordinary people. However, compared to the 1.5 billion population of Huaxia, they are still a very small minority. Take us martial artists, for example. Other than the martial artists in the secular world, ordinary people do not know anything about us. Huaxia needs stability and prosperity. Now is not the time for war. If we really make such a big move, won't the billions of ordinary people be scared to death? How will the government explain that? Will they say that they want to suppress a group of martial artists in Huaxia? Who would believe this kind of truth? Moreover, you are now the #1 martial artist in the secular world of Huaxia. You know how powerful martial artists are. Ordinary guns and cannons are no longer a threat to you. Do you really want to use missiles to attack the martial arts alliance? At the end of the day, dealing with martial artists needs to be done in secret. We need martial arts experts to suppress them." What the 12 Peaks said was clear and logical. Even Qin Feng felt that it was true. Qin Fan was depressed. He thought that he would be protected by the government after joining the Dragon Sect, and he could do whatever he wanted in the secular world. In the end, the martial arts alliance came out of nowhere and was even more powerful than the Dragon Sect. Most importantly, Qin Fan planned to find the chief of the martial arts alliance to ask about his mother's whereabouts. Qin Fan thought that with his status as the Green Dragon of Huaxia, the chief of the martial arts alliance would hold a banquet to welcome him and tell him everything he knew. Now, it seemed that he was thinking too much. After saying so much, "What mission do you want me to do?" Qin Fan pulled the topic back. The 12th Peak's expression changed. He smiled at Qin Feng and said, "It's not a big mission. I just want you to infiltrate the martial art alliance and find out the martial art alliance's secret plan. It would be best if you could capture the mysterious alliance leader and help us tie him to a tree and beat him up. That's all." Qin Fan had seen shameless people, but he had never seen someone so old who was so shameless. The chief of the martial arts alliance was Ling Jiutian, the master of the divine dragon. How could he be weak? 12 Peaks did not dare to fight this kind of powerful person, so they asked Qin Fan to do it. These old guys were really shameless. "I'm sorry. Since it's such a simple mission, you should send someone else to do it, or you can do it yourself. I believe that with the strength of 12 Peaks, you can beat the mysterious chief in minutes." Qin Fan was so angry that his nose became crooked. 12 Peaks' smile was so bright that his old face became stiff. "Hee. Young hero Qin, we were just joking. This mission is actually very difficult. You just need to find out the secret plan of the martial arts alliance. As for beating up the mysterious chief, forget it. We are all people of high status, and a gentleman uses his mouth instead of his fists. Why do we need to fight?" The 12 old men changed their attitude faster than flipping a page of a book. Qin Fan felt that they were really suitable to sit on the Dragon Sect's top peak. Leaders like them needed to be smooth and shameless. "Okay, I agree." Qin Fan agreed readily because the system had given him an SSS-ranked martial arts alliance chain mission a long time ago. Chapter 1068. Qin Feng had already left the training room on the 12th Peak. After some discussion, Qin Feng agreed to enter the Martial Artist Alliance to gather information. This mission could be considered as completing his system mission. "Leader Yen, are you drunk?" Qin Feng returned to the banquet hall and hugged Yen Wushuang. There were still many people in the banquet hall. Most of them were drunk because they were too happy, and the other half were still in a drunken state. After Qin Feng left, many people came to toast Yen Wushuang. Yen Wushuang was suddenly promoted to the leader of the heavenly group, so this banquet was also a banquet to celebrate Yen Wushuang's promotion. Yen Wushuang was too embarrassed to reject everyone's good intentions. She drank a lot of white wine, so her face was flushed and she walked unsteadily. "Ah, Qin Feng, you're back. Come, let's drink until we're drunk. Yan Wushuang was like a different person after she was drunk. She was no longer as cold and ruthless as before. She even threw herself into Qin Feng's arms and wriggled her body. Qin Feng snatched the wine glass from Yan Wushuang's hand and carried her outside. Leader Yan, you're drunk. I'll bring you out to sober up. Yan Wushuang refused to leave. She held Qin Feng's arm tightly and said, Qin Feng, today is the day you're conferred the title of Divine Dragon. You're not allowed to leave. I want to drink with you. You're too awesome. I'm so proud of you. After getting drunk, Yan Wushuang finally spoke the truth that she had been hiding in her heart for a long time. Qin Feng was amused by Yan Wushuang's childish behavior. He pulled Yan Wushuang's hand and dragged her out of the room. Qin Feng accidentally unzipped Yan Wushuang's shirt. She was wearing a black bra under her tight black leather shirt. Qin Feng suddenly froze. Why did this bra look so familiar? In the next moment, Qin Feng understood that the black lace panty was sent here by Yan Wushuang. He didn't know that team leader Yan had a cold and unfeeling personality, but the things she did were so wild. Ah, you pervert. Who are you? How dare you take advantage of me? I'll let Qin Feng beat you to death. Yan Wushuang was almost drunk. She couldn't even recognize Qin Feng anymore. She was punching and kicking Qin Feng. Qin Feng smiled bitterly and let Yan Wushuang hit him. He carried her in his arms and left the banquet hall. Outside, gusts of cold wind blew on the two of them, causing them to sober up quite a bit. Although Yan Wushuang was still a little drunk, she had already regained her senses. She looked around in confusion and asked, Qin Feng, why am I here? By the way, why did the 12th peak look for you? Is it because you didn't give them face in public, so they went to deal with you alone? Yan Wushuang started to worry about Qin Feng as soon as she woke up. Qin Feng looked at Yan Wushuang and thought to himself, it's winter, and she's only wearing underwear and a thin leather jacket and pants. Doesn't she feel cold? However, when he thought of the scenery under the leather clothes and pants, Qin Feng became excited. Yan Wushuang's underwear had been transferred to him. Was she in a vacuum state now? I'm fine. Those 12 old men asked me to do something for them. They were too embarrassed to ask me in public, so they asked me to go to them alone. Qin Feng told the truth. The 12th peak asked him to go to the Martial Artist Alliance to do a mission. Yan Wushuang rolled her eyes. She had never seen someone as good at bragging as Qin Feng. That's enough. If you continue to brag, the whole Jindu will be in the sky. Seeing that Yan Wushuang didn't believe him, Qin Feng smiled and did not explain. He suddenly hugged Yan Wushuang tightly. Ah, what are you doing? You've hugged me for the whole morning. Is it not enough? I don't want to hug you anymore. Yan Wushuang regained her cold expression and stared at Qin Feng. I'm not taking advantage of you. You're wearing so little, so I'm keeping you warm, Qin Feng said. Yan Wushuang's expression changed. She instinctively crossed her arms in front of her chest. She looked at Qin Feng cautiously and said, You? How did you know I'm wearing so little? Did you do something when I was drunk? You pervert. I'll kick you to death. Yan Wushuang stomped on Qin Feng's foot with her black leather boots. Qin Feng was upset. Leader Yan, stop stomping. I didn't do anything. I could feel it when I hugged you. You're not wearing a sweater under your leather jacket. Yan Wushuang finally stopped after hearing Qin Feng's explanation. At this time, Qin Feng added, By the way, I accidentally touched your butt. You're not wearing any underwear, are you? Ah, Qin Feng, you're shameless. I'll beat you to death. Yan Wushuang's pretty face turned red. She started to stomp on Qin Feng's foot again. Judging from Yan Wushuang's reaction, Qin Feng was sure that the black underwear that came through the portal belonged to Yan Wushuang. After the two of them played around for a while, Yan Wushuang's drunkenness had completely dissipated. Both of them were martial artists, so they could quickly evaporate the alcohol by circulating their inner qi. Leader Yan, I'm going to the Martial Artist Alliance to take up my post. Do you want to come with me? Qin Feng suddenly hugged Yan Wushuang in his arms. Take up your post? What post are you going to the Martial Artist Alliance for? Yan Wushuang was serious every time she talked about business. Qin Feng had made a deal with Ren Xiaoyao during the Elixir Conference. If Qin Feng helped Saint Medic become the king of elixirs, Saint Medic would help Qin Feng get a post in the Martial Artist Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall. Qin Feng had been a member of the Martial Artist Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall since a few months ago. You'll know when you get there. Qin Feng did not wait for Yan Wushuang's consent. He dragged her to the Martial Artist Alliance's main hall. After a few months, Qin Feng stood in the Martial Artist Alliance's main hall with mixed feelings. He still remembered that it was Lu Jie who brought him to the Martial Artist Alliance for the first time when he first came to the provincial capital half a year ago. After that, Qin Feng accepted a few missions here. One of them was to hunt down Taoist Rakshasa. It was also because of that mission that Qin Feng offended the Verdant sect and gradually became friends with Huayan. Qin Feng, stop fooling around. Are you really going to the Martial Artist Alliance's inner area? The Martial Artist Alliance's employees are in there. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed in. Yan Wushuang did not know what Qin Feng was up to. She quickly grabbed Qin Feng's arm when she saw him swaggering toward the inner area. Who are you? This is the inner area. Normal martial artists can go to the main hall to accept missions. If you are here to submit a mission, contact the person who issued the mission and let the inner area personnel bring you in. Two guards blocked Qin Feng's way as soon as Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang arrived at the entrance. Qin Feng glanced at the two guards. They were both stage 7 inner chi martial artists. This level of strength was not worth mentioning in the martial arts world, but in the secular world, it was impressive that they could reach this level of strength. I'm the warden of the Martial Artist Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall. Let me in now. Qin Feng was the strongest martial artist in the secular world. He was furious that someone dared to block his way. You're the warden of the Law Enforcement Hall? Then please give me your identity token. The two guards were stunned. Their attitude softened. Qin Feng had never been here before, so how could he have the identity token? I just came here today, so I don't have the identity token yet, Qin Feng said. The two guards' faces turned cold. They had encountered many martial artists who pretended to be members of the Martial Artist Alliance to cause trouble. Now, they considered Qin Feng as one of those troublemakers. Bastard! I'm warning you for the last time. Get out of here. This is the Martial Artist Alliance. You're not allowed to cause trouble here. One of the guards released his stage 7 inner chi. Normally, martial artists in the secular world would pee in their pants if they encountered a stage 7 inner chi martial artist. However, the two guards noticed that Qin Feng was not afraid at all. He was still calm and collected. Yan Wushuang could not stand it anymore. Qin Feng was the person who defeated the Divine Dragon and the Azure Dragon of China. His status was very high. How could two guards from the Martial Artist Alliance be so arrogant? Was there any justice in this world? Both of you apologize to Senior Azure Dragon. This is Azure Dragon Qin Feng from the Dragon Sect. Yan Wushuang looked at the two guards coldly. The two guards were stunned. They did not expect this inconspicuous young man to be the Azure Dragon of China. But soon, they burst into laughter. Ha ha! Beautiful lady? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with the Azure Dragon of China? You better understand that this is the Martial Artist Alliance. Even if the 12 peaks of the Dragon Sect were here, we wouldn't even bother to look at them. Qin Feng had a general understanding of the power of the Martial Artist Alliance when he was with the 12 peaks. This organization existed beyond the Dragon Sect and seemed to want to establish itself as the king. Now that Qin Feng had seen it with his own eyes, he realized that the Martial Artist Alliance was more powerful than he had imagined. How could two guards look down on the 9 dragons and the 12 peaks of China? The 9 dragons and 5 tigers of China, the 12 peaks, and even the Divine Dragon were great heroes who swore to protect the peace of China. They risked their lives to protect all kinds of dangerous people. As a citizen of China, everyone respected these heroes from the bottom of their hearts. It was not the strength of these people that intimidated everyone. It was the spirit and faith of these people that influenced the martial artists in the secular world. Qin Feng was furious. although he thought that the 12 peaks of China were too cunning and the divine dragon was too arrogant. He had to admit that it was because of their existence that China had been peaceful for the past 20 years. It was also because of them that the chaos of the martial arts world 20 years ago had subsided. I want to go in today. What can you do to me? Qin Feng looked at the two guards coldly. The two guards were also furious. Without saying a word, they slapped their palms at Qin Feng. How dare a brat from the dragon sect cause trouble in the martial artist alliance? I'll break your legs. Rumble. As soon as the two guards finished their words, a loud explosion sounded. It was not the sound of the two guards hitting Qin Feng, but the sound of them flying backward. The walls of the passageway shook, and the layer of the wall panel fell off. Yan Wushuang wanted to help, but she stared blankly at Qin Feng. Before she could do anything, Qin Feng had already defeated the two stage 7 inner chi experts. Fuck! Is there a fight over there? No way. Who dares to cause trouble in the martial artist alliance? Is this brat crazy? Oh my god! Don't you recognize that young hero? That's young hero Qin Feng, the Azure Dragon of China. Dozens of martial artists who were accepting missions in the Martial Artist Alliance's main hall rushed over to join in the fun. Soon, someone in the crowd recognized Qin Feng. Qin Feng's name had spread far and wide in the secular world of China. However, only a few martial artists had seen him in person. When everyone saw Qin Feng for the first time, they were shocked by his youth. Was this young man in his early 20s really the Azure Dragon of China? Did he really defeat the Divine Dragon? And he even won the position of the leader of the martial arts world? It's over. The Dragon Sect may be powerful, but the Martial Artist Alliance is even more powerful. Qin Feng is a high-ranking member of the Dragon Sect, but he beat up someone in the Martial Artist Alliance's headquarters. This is going to be a big show. Chapter 1069. Yan Wushuang became nervous as she listened to everyone's discussion. At first, she was prepared to teach the two guards a lesson. However, Qin Feng was ruthless. With 2 slaps, the 2 stage 7 inner chi martial artists fainted. They weren't even dead yet. Qin Feng, let's go. Yan Wushuang pulled Qin Feng away after she regained her senses. Qin Feng was not going to leave. He was here for Ling Jiutian. Don't even think about leaving. Stop right there. How dare you make trouble in the Martial Art Alliance's base? You must be tired of living. A stern voice came from the tunnel. A middle-aged man followed by a large group of martial artists rushed over. Who are you? Yan Wushuang stared at the man coldly when she realized that she had lost her chance to escape. Heh, I'm Huabei, the Martial Art Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall's deacon. Who are you two? Huabei stared at Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang arrogantly. Yan Wushuang was familiar with the hierarchy in the Martial Art Alliance. From the lowest to the highest, they were disciple, deacon, elder, guardian, deputy chief, and chief chief. The position of a deacon was equivalent to the leader of the Dragon Gate, Heaven, Earth, and Fantasy group in the Martial Art Alliance. However, the Martial Art Alliance was more powerful, so the deacon's rank was higher. Yan Wushuang became even more anxious when she saw the deacon. She pretended to be calm and said, I'm Yan Wushuang, the leader of the Dragon Gate Sky Group. This is Senior Qin Feng, the Green Dragon of China. Greet him when you see him. In terms of status, Qin Feng was obviously several levels higher than everyone else present. However, Huabei and the group of followers behind him were stunned for a moment before they burst into laughter. Haha, the Green Dragon of China? Oh, that's a big name. I was scared to death. Huabei pretended to be trembling, but everyone could tell that he was fooling around. You better be serious. How dare you disrespect the 9 dragons of China? I'll arrest you. Yan Wushuang was anxious. She could not stand others disrespecting Qin Feng. Huabei relied on the backing of the Martial Art Alliance, so he did not take Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang seriously. He even smiled at Yan Wushuang and said, Pretty lady, are you going to catch me? Let's see if you can get me out of the Martial Art Union's hall. Yan Wushuang was furious. She took out her handcuffs and was about to arrest him, but Qin Feng secretly pulled her back. When Hubei saw Qin Feng's reaction, he thought that Qin Feng was afraid of him. He immediately looked at Qin Feng with disdain. One of the lackeys behind him was even more arrogant. He stood up and pointed at Qin Feng as he scolded, "Brat, I don't care if you're the Azure Dragon or the Great Green Insect. Since you dare to cause trouble in the Martial Art Alliance, you'll have to pay the price. If you kneel down and beg for mercy, our Deacon Hua will let you go." Yan Wushuang was so angry that she felt like her lungs were about to explode. Qin Feng had a calm smile on his face. He looked at the lackey and said, "What's your name? What's your rank in the Martial Art Alliance?" The lackey was stunned. He then patted his chest and yelled at Qin Feng, "My name is Tang Chun, and I'm a disciple of the Martial Art Alliance. Although my position is not high, you, the Azure Dragon, are nothing in our eyes." Slap! Before Tang Chun could finish his sentence, a loud sound came from his face. To everyone's surprise, Qin Feng slapped Tang Chun into the corridor wall behind him. Tang Chun passed out on the spot, and no one knew if he was dead or alive. The noisy atmosphere suddenly quieted down. Tang Chun was a stage 5 inner chi martial artist, but he was defeated so easily. The Chinese 9 dragons really lived up to their reputation. At least their martial cultivation realm was unfathomably high. Hubei was dumbfounded. His arrogance had mostly dissipated. He could see that he was no match for Qin Feng, and he was afraid that Qin Feng would beat him up as well. Yan Wushuang was dumbfounded. She did not expect Qin Feng to have the guts to beat someone up in front of the Martial Art Alliance's deacon. "Deacon Hua, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and bring us in. Do you want to get slapped too?" Qin Feng looked at Hubei with a smile, as if nothing had happened just now. Hubei was so angry that his nose was crooked, but he did not dare to vent his anger. He already had a plan in mind. He would first calm Qin Feng down and let him be arrogant for a while. Once he tricked Qin Feng into the Martial Art Alliance, he would be able to deal with Qin Feng alone. The Martial Art Alliance was full of experts. "Humph, follow closely. I won't care if you get lost." Hubei turned around and walked toward the inner passage. The lackeys suddenly woke up and looked at Qin Feng with their mouths agape. They then followed Hubei with their tails between their legs. Qin Feng had already hugged Yan Wushuang's slender waist and walked into the inner passage. Yan Wushuang was still in a daze as if she was drunk. The martial artists surrounding the passage were also stunned. Qin Feng was indeed the person who took down the chief of the Martial Arts Alliance and defeated the Dragon God. His spirit and dominance had convinced everyone. The inner passage of the Martial Art Alliance was narrow and deep. Yan Wushuang had already regained her senses and looked worried. "Qin Feng, let's go back. This is their inner base. It will be troublesome if we get trapped inside." Yan Wushuang whispered in Qin Feng's ear. Qin Feng secretly pinched Yan Wushuang's butt. He realized that she really wasn't wearing any underwear, so the black lace must be Yan Wushuang's. "We are here to take up the position, not to fight. What are you afraid of?" Qin Feng looked at Yan Wushuang seriously. "What position?" Yan Wushuang asked doubtfully. "I told you before that I am here to take up the position of the deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall. Is your memory failing you?" Qin Feng smiled and looked at Yan Wushuang in his arms. Yan Wushuang was so angry that her face turned cold. "Have you had enough? How can you make such a joke at a time like this? This is the Martial Art Alliance. The people here do not respect the dragon sect at all." Yan Wushuang still did not believe Qin Feng's words. Qin Feng smiled bitterly and did not explain further. Yan Wushuang would know after she took up the position in the inner base. The narrow passage in front of them became brighter, and the path became wider. They had entered the Martial Art Alliance's office. It was like a secret base. There were many departments, and there were many people working in each department. From the outside, it looked like a large business company. These were all ordinary white-collar workers. Yan Wushuang was getting more and more nervous. She had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. However, Qin Feng swaggered in front of them like a leader inspecting their work. "Brat, you are already in the inner base of the Martial Art Alliance. Let's see how you can run now." After Huabei brought Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang into an independent office, his face suddenly changed. Yan Wushuang knew that Huabei was up to no good. She stared at him angrily and said, "Huabei, what do you want? We are members of the dragon sect. You better think about the consequences." Huabei had already brought the two of them to the inner base. He was already fearless and did not bother to pretend anymore. He laughed as if he was going to fall out with them. "Hee hee, what's wrong with the dragon sect? I've been annoyed with you for a long time. How dare you hit my men in the martial art alliance? Today, I'll skin you alive. You're pretty hot. As long as you serve me obediently, I'll let you go this time." Huabei had started to have designs on Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang was so angry that she wanted to fight with Huabei. However, just as she raised her hand, a crisp sound came from the room. Qin Feng had already slapped Huabei. After the slap, the office fell into a dead silence. Huabei and Yan Wushuang stared at Qin Feng with their mouths agape. Their faces were filled with disbelief. "You, how dare you hit me? How dare you hit me in the martial art alliance? Just you wait. I'll find someone to kill you." Slap! After Huabei shouted, Qin Feng slapped Huabei again. Then, he said indifferently, "I slapped you because you insulted my woman. This time it's because you're threatening me. If you're still not satisfied, I can continue to slap you." Huabei's face turned red. Qin Feng's expression was calm from the beginning to the end. He was not afraid of Huabei at all. Yan Wushuang was stunned. When she heard Qin Feng say woman, she felt a surge of warmth in her heart. You. After being slapped twice by Qin Feng, Huabei was furious. He wanted to point at Qin Feng's nose and scold him, but when he saw Qin Feng's harmless smile, Huabei didn't dare to say any more harsh words. He ran out of the office in a huff. His face was so angry that it was about to explode. "Qin Feng, you're too reckless. This time we've become enemies with the martial art alliance." Yan Wushuang walked up to Qin Feng worriedly and took the initiative to hold Qin Feng's arm. Qin Feng did not care. He hugged Yan Wushuang and said, "Reckless? I can't just stand by and watch him bully you. He's lucky that I didn't kill him." Now, Qin Feng was incomparably domineering. His body constantly emitted the aura of a supreme being. Yan Wushuang still wanted to complain about Qin Feng, but at this moment, she couldn't say anything. She just held on to Qin Feng's arm and didn't want to let go. After a while, a series of hurried footsteps came from outside. Huabei rushed in with a group of people. This brat suddenly regained his confidence. "Deacon Liu, this is the brat who caused trouble in the martial art alliance. Please help me, Deacon Liu." A man in his 50s came in behind Huabei. He was dressed in a suit and looked dignified. 6 more people came in behind him. They seemed to be hired thugs. All 6 of them were stage 7 inner chi martial artists. In Qin Feng's eyes, they could be taken care of with a slap. Deacon Liu's real name was Liu Cheeto. He was the head deacon of the Martial Art Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall. With his hands behind his back, he walked to Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang with a cold face. They looked at each other for a moment. Liu Cheeto said, "You are China's Green Dragon, Qin Feng." "That's me." Qin Feng replied indifferently. Liu Cheeto's face turned even colder. He felt that Qin Feng was putting on airs. "Humph, you really don't know the immensity of heaven and earth. You're just a mere dragon sect. Even the 12 peak masters have met with our chief many times. Yet our chief ignored them. How dare you cause trouble in the base of the League of Legends? Your title of Green Dragon might be useful in the eyes of outsiders, but it's nothing in our eyes." Liu Cheeto had to explain the situation to Qin Feng first, so that this brat would understand the situation he was in. Qin Feng said disapprovingly, "Deacon Liu, I think you've misunderstood me. You keep saying that I'm here to cause trouble, but I'm not here to cause trouble." Huabei was infuriated by Qin Feng's words. Qin Feng had attacked several times. He knocked out 3 members of the Martial Art Alliance and slapped him twice. How was that not causing trouble? Did he have to kill people to be considered as causing trouble? "Humph, are you afraid, brat? You dare to do it, but you don't dare to admit it? I thought you were arrogant earlier. How could you admit defeat so quickly? But it's too late now. No one who dares to offend the martial art alliance will have a good ending. Huobei roared at Qin Feng. Qin Feng laughed heartily. You're right. No one who offends the martial art alliance will have a good ending. Slap. Chapter 1070. Huobei was dumbfounded. Yan Wushuang was so nervous that she broke out in cold sweat. She did not understand what Qin Feng was doing. How dare he hit someone in front of the chief deacon of the law enforcement hall? Lu Qido was enraged. He glared at Qin Feng and roared, "Humph! Don't blame us if you don't listen to us. Everyone capture this thug. If he resists, kill him on the spot." As soon as Lu Qido finished his sentence, the 6 disciples behind him surrounded Qin Feng. Although Yan Wushuang was nervous, she stood in front of Qin Feng and prepared to attack. Qin Feng grabbed Yan Wushuang and pulled her back into his arms. He smiled at Lu Qido and said, Chief Deacon Lu, what are you doing? I'm here to take up a position. Is this how the Martial Art Alliance welcomes new colleagues? The 6 disciples were stunned. Huobei and Lu Qido were also stunned. Lu Qido asked, "What did you say? You're here to take up a position? What position?" "Of course, I'm the chief deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall of the Martial Art Alliance. If you don't believe me, you can look through the records. I became a chief deacon about 3 months ago. Oh yes, I've been here for 3 months. Have I been promoted? Can I be promoted to elder or chief guardian?" Yan Wushuang was furious that Qin Feng was still talking about taking up a position at this moment. Huobei and Lu Qido looked at each other. They were confused. "Brat, don't try to fool us. Why would the Martial Art Alliance accept you? You're just trying to make up an excuse to get away with this, right? Do you think we're idiots?" Huobei refused to believe Qin Feng's words. Lu Qido, on the other hand, was deep in thought. As the chief deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall, Lu Qido was in charge of the files and personnel transfer of other deacons. After thinking for a while, Lu Qido remembered that there was indeed a deacon who wanted to take up a position a few months ago. "Chief Deacon Lu, stop talking nonsense with this brat. Let's work together and break his legs." Huobei looked at Lu Qido impatiently. Lu Qido glared at Huobei and said, "Shut up and wait for me here. I'll be right back." Lu Qido left after he finished speaking, leaving Huobei and his 6 disciples staring at each other in confusion. After a while, Lu Qido rushed back in a panic. He looked at Qin Feng and said, "I've looked through the personnel file. You're really a deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall. However, you didn't report for several months, so the Law Enforcement Hall wants to fire you now." Lu Qido's words shocked everyone. This Qin Feng really came to the Law Enforcement Hall? Yan Wushuang looked at Qin Feng as if he was a monster. She couldn't understand him anymore. "Expel? Why did you fire me? I've been busy lately, and my duties have been delayed. You can't fire me just because of this, right?" Qin Feng knew that the expulsion was Lu Qido's own decision. Qin Feng wouldn't agree to it. Lu Qido said with a cold face, "I'm the most powerful person in the Law Enforcement Hall. You didn't report for 3 months and now you suddenly want to take up a position. You even beat my men. Do you think this is your home?" Lu Qido and Huobei were in a difficult position because Qin Feng suddenly became a deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall. They didn't have a high position in the Martial Art Alliance, so they didn't have the right to fire people. Lu Qido knew that Qin Feng didn't know and was abusing his power. Lu Qido underestimated Qin Feng. Qin Feng laughed and said, "You really want to fire me? Sure. Don't regret it later." "Heh, we will regret it? Who do you think you are? We can't wait to beat you up and throw you out of the Martial Art Alliance. Deacon Lu, since this kid has been fired, he's not a member of the Martial Art Alliance. Let's do it." Huobei had been slapped by Qin Feng 3 times, so he didn't like Qin Feng. He couldn't stop talking about beating Qin Feng. Lu Qido felt uneasy. As the head deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall, he would be the one to bear the risk if something happened. However, he didn't like Qin Feng either. He hesitated for a moment and agreed to Huabei's suggestion. Just as the group of people was about to surround Qin Feng stood still and said, "By the way, Deacon Liu, there's something I haven't told you yet. The Saint Medic and the Divine Armament Hall are both my businesses. Since you've fired me, I won't be working with the Martial Art Alliance anymore. I'll just remove these two businesses now." Lu Chi-do, who was at the front, was stunned again. He stopped and said, You're bragging to me again? The Saint Medic belongs to the Ren family in the capital, and the Divine Armament Hall belongs to the Yun family in the capital. What does it have to do with you?" Although Lu Chi-do said that, he started to get nervous. Since Qin Feng was famous in the capital, Huabei and Lu Chi-do had heard some things about him. On the surface, the Qin family and the Yun family had a close relationship. It seemed that Qin Feng could really persuade the Yun family. The Saint Medic and the blacksmith shop were the golden signboards of the Martial Art Alliance. Most of the martial artists who came to the martial art town were for the weapons and elixirs. Now that the Yun family had bought the blacksmith shop and renamed it the Divine Armament Hall, it would be a huge loss to the Martial Art Alliance if these two signboards suddenly stopped cooperating with the Martial Art Alliance. "If you don't believe me, I'll call you and you'll know." Qin Feng took out his phone and calmly made a call. Deacon Liu and the others quietened down. Even Huabei was a little unsure. Yan Wushuang was also worried about Qin Feng. She was worried that Qin Feng wouldn't be bragging again. The Saint Medic and the Divine Armament Hall were mutually beneficial because of the Martial Art Alliance. Why would they pull out the Hero Alliance just because of a phone call? The two phone calls ended quickly. Qin Feng basically gave orders in a commanding tone. Lu Chi-do and Huabei gradually came to their senses. Both of them thought that Qin Feng was really that capable. However, they were relieved when they saw that Qin Feng had ended the call. "Heh, you brat, keep pretending. You think you can settle the Saint Medic and the Divine Armament Hall with just a few words? Do you think you're the head of their family? Even the head of the family can't make such a big decision on his own. You should at least have a family meeting. I suspect that you didn't even make the call just now. Apart from being a martial artist, you're also an actor, aren't you?" Huabei shouted at Qin Feng. Qin Feng nodded at Huabei in admiration. This guy had good eyesight. His identity as Zheng Shuai was also an actor. Lu Chi-do cleared his throat and his expression turned cold. "Qin Feng, I can spare your life because you're the Green Dragon of China and you used to be a deacon. However, you've caused a huge commotion in the Martial Art Alliance and severely disrupted the order of the Martial Art Alliance. Stand there and don't move. I'll let you go after I cripple your cultivation." Lu Chi-do was ruthless. Qin Feng was the Green Dragon of China and he was at the peak of stage 9 inner chi. Yet, he wanted to cripple Qin Feng's cultivation. This was worse than killing a martial artist. Qin Feng hugged Yan Wushuang and sat down on a chair. He couldn't be bothered with these people anymore. Huabei and Lu Chi-do were infuriated by Qin Feng's arrogance. Seeing that Qin Feng didn't understand, they were ready to fight. At this time, Lu Chi-do's phone rang. Lu Chi-do almost fell when he saw the caller ID. It was an elder from the Martial Art Alliance's headquarters. "Elder Wei, please tell me what you need." Lu Chi-do immediately changed his attitude as if he was answering a call from Qin Feng's father. Although the phone was not on speakerphone, Elder Wei's loud voice could still be heard. "Lu Chi-do, what the fuck are you doing? Just now, the people in charge of the Saint Medic and the Divine Armaments Hall called me and said that they want to cancel their collaboration with the Martial Art Alliance. They also said that it was because of you. Do you want to die? Hurry up and solve this problem, or I will teach you a lesson." Bang! An explosion came from the other side of the phone. It sounded like Elder Wei had smashed his phone because he was too angry. The office fell into a dead silence. The atmosphere was unusually strange. Lu Chi-do and the others looked at Qin Feng. However, their eyes were no longer filled with arrogance and contempt. Instead, they were filled with fear. Even Yan Wushuang was stunned. She couldn't imagine that Qin Feng's two phone calls were the cause of all this. "Deacon Liu, since you want to cancel my position, I won't disturb you anymore. My dear, let's go." Qin Feng hugged Yan Wushuang and walked out. Lu Chi-do was scared to death. He quickly chased after them with a smile. Hee hee. Young hero Qin, don't be in such a hurry to leave. Come in and have a cup of tea. Oh, someone of my status can have tea here? I've been here for a long time, but I don't see you serving me tea. Qin Feng stopped walking and looked at Lu Chi-do with a smile. Yan Wushuang was speechless. She felt that whoever offended Qin Feng must have had 8 lifetimes of bad luck. Lu Chi-do was extremely sullen, but he couldn't show it. He shouted at Hubei. You stinking brat, can't you see what's good for you? Young hero Qin is here and you're not going to serve him tea? Are you looking for a scolding? Lu Chi-do vented his anger on Hubei. Hubei was instantly depressed. He was slapped by Qin Feng 3 times, and now he had to serve Qin Feng and Yan Wushuang tea like a little brother. Even if he was extremely dissatisfied, Hubei couldn't resist. He ran away to serve tea. Qin Feng pulled Yan Wushuang back to the chair, but Lu Chi-do could only stand aside and said with a smile, Young hero Qin, it was just a small misunderstanding. So you're the new deacon who joined the law enforcement hall 3 months ago. I've been looking forward to your arrival every day. Since young hero Qin is here today, I'll appoint you as the new deacon. As for the Sacred Medic Hall and the Divine Armament Hall, young hero Qin Feng realized that whether it was the Martial Art Alliance or the Dragon Sect, the internal managers were all old foxes. However, Qin Feng wasn't afraid of these sinister old men. Even the 12 peaks were toyed around by Qin Feng. Lu Chi-do was nothing. Young hero Qin, team leader Yan, please have some tea. Hubei had already served the freshly brewed tea. Qin Feng ignored him and looked at Lu Chi-do. Deacon Lu, since I'm also a member of the Martial Art Alliance, we'll be colleagues from now on. We'll help each other. My appointment is considered a big deal. I wonder if the chief will come to congratulate me? After all, Qin Feng came to the Martial Art Alliance to find Ling Jiutian and investigate the secret plan of the Martial Art Alliance. Lu Chi-do felt disdain in his heart. You're just a small deacon, and you want the chief to congratulate you? Even an elder won't come to take care of you. However, Lu Chi-do wouldn't say these words now. He still had something to ask of Qin Feng. Haha! Young hero Qin, the chief is usually very busy. I've been in the Martial Art Alliance for 5 to 6 years and I haven't seen him once. I'm afraid he won't be able to come. I hope young hero Qin can forgive me. Chapter 1071. Yan Wushuang did not know the details of Qin Feng's mission. Seeing Qin Feng's eagerness to meet the chief, Yan Wushuang was puzzled. Even Hubei and Lu Chi-do could tell that something was amiss. Lu Chi-do smiled. Young hero Qin, why are you so eager to meet the chief? Is there something you need from him? Qin Feng cleared his throat and pretended to be calm. Why would I need to see the chief? I heard that he is very powerful. As a martial arts expert, I would like to ask him for some pointers. Qin Feng's excuse was very reasonable. Lu Chi-do temporarily let go of his suspicions. Lu Chi-do smiled again when he thought about Saint Medic and Divine Armament Hall. Hee hee. Young Master Qin, now that you've joined the Law Enforcement Hall as a deacon, we're all good colleagues. Can you call your friends from the Sacred Medicine Hall and the Divine Weapon Hall and ask them to tell Elder Wei not to cancel the cooperation? Qin Feng did not seem to hear Lu Chi-do. He pouted and said, Oh right, Deacon Lu. I joined the Martial Art Alliance as a deacon 3 months ago. I should have been promoted by now, right? Lu Chi-do and Hubei were furious. Qin Feng hadn't reported for more than 3 months and treated his position as a deacon of the Martial Art Alliance as a child's play. It was already good enough that he hadn't been removed from his position, but this brat still had the cheek to ask for a promotion. Ahem. Young hero Qin, I don't have the final say on the promotion. It has to be done by an elder. Lu Chi-do sounded displeased. You don't have the right to be an elder. However, you should have the right to transfer and promote people in the Law Enforcement Hall. Lu Chi-do was the chief deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall. He naturally had the right to manage the positions of the internal members. Lu Chi-do was very unhappy. However, Qin Feng had a hold on him. He had no choice but to say, Young hero Qin, The law enforcement hall is actually not divided. It's just a deacon. I'm the only chief deacon. My transfer might have to be decided by the elders. Even if I'm willing to give my position to you, the higher-ups won't agree. Lu Chi-do was a slippery old fox. With just a few words, he pushed Qin Feng's request away. Qin Feng analyzed it for a while and it made sense. Forget about being a chief executive. Just make me a deputy chief executive. I just need someone who can manage deacons like Huobei. Surname Qin, don't push your luck. Deacon Lu has already done his best to let you stay in the law enforcement hall. Don't go overboard. Huobei had been in the law enforcement hall for 5 years, and he hadn't been promoted yet. Qin Feng wanted to climb up the ranks as soon as he arrived. Huobei was starting to feel unhappy. Lu Chi-do was also suppressing his anger, but he couldn't afford to offend Qin Feng. However, when Huobei was acting ruthlessly towards Qin Feng, Lu Chi-do pretended not to see anything. Qin Feng was not angry at all. He hugged Yan Wushuang and stood up. If that's the case, I'll just resign. I don't want to put Deacon Lu in a difficult position. I don't want to trouble others. Qin Feng had just finished speaking and hadn't even lifted his leg when Lu Chi-do shriveled. He glared at Huobei and roared, "Who the fuck allowed you to speak? Do you have the right to speak here?" After roaring at Huobei, Lu Chi-do looked at Qin Feng and said, "Young hero Qin, we'll do as you said. I'll promote you to the vice chief deacon of the law enforcement hall. From now on, Huobei and the other deacons will have to listen to your orders." Qin Feng had already expected this outcome. His expression didn't change at all. However, Yan Wushuang was shocked. She was truly shocked by Qin Feng's powerful means. This was the martial art alliance. When Yan Wushuang saw Qin Feng beat up 2 guards and a disciple, and even hit Huobei in front of the chief deacon, Yan Wushuang thought that the 2 of them were done for. However, Huobei still wanted to curry favor with Qin Feng. When Huobei heard Lu Chi-do's decision, he gritted his teeth in anger. However, there was nothing he could do. Since Deacon Lu insists on me being the vice chief deacon, I won't refuse. Lu Chi-do and Huobei were feeling depressed. Qin Feng's sudden words almost made them vomit blood. Qin Feng didn't care about their feelings. He looked at Huobei and said, "You go and make a cup of ginger tea for my dear. Make it freshly brewed and serve it to me." Qin Feng had just been appointed and had already begun to order Huobei around. Huobei was slapped by Qin Feng 3 times in a row. Now he was being ordered around by Qin Feng. Huobei's eyes were wide open. "Deacon Lu, have I been appointed or not? My words don't seem to work." Qin Feng looked at Lu Chi-do. Lu Chi-do was even more aggrieved than Huobei. Now that Qin Feng was here, he felt that Qin Feng was the chief deacon of the law enforcement hall. "Are you deaf? Hurry up and do as Deacon Qin says." Lu Chi-do could only vent his anger on Huobei and scolded him again. Huobei was so aggrieved that tears came out. He turned around and ran out. Qin Feng didn't care about Huobei. He looked at Lu Chi-do and said, "Deacon Lu, where's our chief deacon? How can I find him?" "I don't know. The chief deacon's whereabouts are very secretive. Even the elders and the great guardian don't know about him. I think it's better if you don't look for the chief deacon. He's usually busy with important matters. Why would he meet the people from the law enforcement hall?" Lu Chi-do's words disappointed Qin Feng. It seemed like the chief deacon was even more difficult to meet than the dragon god. The 2 of them talked for a while. Qin Feng was officially appointed as the deputy chief deacon of the Martial Art Alliance. Lu Chi-do also told Qin Feng about the internal affairs of the Martial Art Alliance and the things that he needed to pay attention to. Huobei came in with a cup of steaming ginger tea. He was very reluctant, but he put on a smile and brought it to Qin Feng. "Deacon Qin, here's the ginger tea you wanted." Qin Feng passed the ginger tea to Yan Wushuang and said gently, "Drink some hot ginger tea after drinking wine. Otherwise, you'll catch a cold easily." Qin Feng asked for this ginger tea on behalf of Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang was touched. Qin Feng had done what he needed to do and asked almost all the questions. He waited for Yan Wushuang to finish her tea before he hugged her and stood up. "Deacon Qin, Did you forget something? Lu Chi-do reminded Qin Feng with a smile when he saw that Qin Feng was about to leave. Qin Feng pretended to be confused and said, "Forget what? Oh, all right. I haven't been here for more than 3 months. Are you still paying me? You can transfer your salary to my bank account." Lu Chi-do was so angry that his nose became crooked. It was good enough that he did not fire Qin Feng. Why would he still pay you? Ahem. It's not about that. It's about St. Medic and Divine Armament Hall, Lu Chi-do said straightforwardly. Qin Feng walked out of the office with Yen Wushuang in his arms. His voice drifted in. "I've already sent them a message." Lu Chi-do and Hubei stood in the office with cold faces as they watched Qin Feng and Yen Wushuang's disappearing silhouette. Lu Chi-do immediately took out his phone and called Elder Wei's office. After some inquiries, St. Medic and Divine Armament Hall changed their minds. Fuck, I've been tricked by this brat. He has already sent a message to St. Medic and Divine Armament Hall. Why should I smile at him? I'll kill him with a kick. Lu Chi-do stomped his feet in anger. Hubei was even more furious. Deacon Lu, why don't you revoke Qin Feng's position now and send some people to beat that brat up? Lu Chi-do glared at Hubei and roared, "Are you stupid? If I revoke that brat's position now, what if he calls St. Medic and Divine Armament Hall? Do you think we're playing house? You want to find people to beat him up? He's the Green Dragon of China, a stage 9 inner chi expert. Apart from the Supreme Guardian, who else in the Martial Art Alliance can beat him?" Lu Chi-do's words made Hubei speechless. Tears welled up in his eyes again. Ever since he joined the Martial Art Alliance, he had never been in such a sorry state. Qin Feng and Yen Wushuang walked out of the Martial Art Alliance. When they passed by the main hall, all the martial artists in the main hall turned to look at Qin Feng. They were stunned when they saw Qin Feng was unscathed and swaggering out with a beauty in his arms. "Qin Feng, how did you join the Law Enforcement Hall? I didn't know about it." Yen Wushuang heaved a sigh of relief as soon as they left the Martial Art Alliance's base. "I helped St. Medic win the title of King of Elixirs, so they helped me join the Law Enforcement Hall." Qin Feng didn't need to hide anything from Yen Wushuang. Yen Wushuang suddenly let go of Qin Feng's arm. Her face turned cold. "Is it that Ren Xiaoyao? No wonder St. Medic listens to you. You're such a flirt." Qin Feng wasn't afraid of Yen Wushuang's jealousy. He smiled and said, "The Divine Armament Hall is the same. The Yun family respected me because I accepted Yun Xiao from the Yun family." Yen Wushuang gritted her teeth in anger, but she couldn't show it. Otherwise, it would look like she was jealous of Qin Feng. "I'm going back to the Dragon Gate. Don't follow me." Yen Wushuang quickened her pace. Qin Feng's laughter came from behind. "Team Leader Yen, are you sure you don't want me to follow you? You don't want your underwear anymore?" "Ah!" Yen Wushuang let out an earth-shattering scream. Then, she disappeared from Qin Feng's sight in the blink of an eye. Qin Feng was dumbfounded. He realized that this woman ran away too fast. After Yen Wushuang ran away, Qin Feng called Lu Bingbing. Since he couldn't find the alliance leader in the Martial Artist Alliance, he planned to meet the women in the provincial capital and then return to Hero City with Xiao Li and the others. Qin Feng was still worried about Qin Ye's resurrection. "Qin Feng? I didn't expect you to call me," Lu Bingbing complained as soon as the call was connected. Lu Bingbing's sexy body appeared in Qin Feng's mind. He smiled and said, "Bingbing, I'm in the provincial capital. I didn't see you at the Dragon Gate today. Where did you go?" "Ah, you went back to the provincial capital? I am out on a mission. I think I'll go back tomorrow. You should stay in the provincial capital for 2 more days." Lu Bingbing used to be cold. However, after being with Qin Feng for a long time and being taught by Qin Feng's endurance, her tone became softer and softer. She even felt a little dependent on Qin Feng. Qin Feng was a little disappointed when he found out that Lu Bingbing wasn't in the provincial capital. He said, "All right, focus on your mission and be careful. By the way, I heard that you've become the alliance leader after returning from the martial arts world? You even defeated Senior Dragon God? Is this news true or false?" Lu Bingbing was out on a mission, but she also heard about Qin Feng's glorious deeds. Qin Feng said honestly, "Of course it's true. I was celebrating at the Dragon Gate this morning. The 12 peaks and the 9 dragons were all there. After the event, the 12 old men even flattered me and begged me to help them with their mission." Lu Bingbing couldn't bear it anymore. She complained over the phone. All right. I haven't seen you for a while, and you're showing off again. I'll teach you a lesson when I get back. Let's see if you dare to boast again. If the 12 peaks hear you, they'll skin you alive." Chapter 1072. According to Qin Fan's plan, after seeing the women in the capital today, he would take Xiao Li, Shui Er, and the others back to Hero City tomorrow. However, his plans couldn't keep up with the changes. Qin Fan could only stay in the capital for one more day. He would only be able to return to Hero City the day after tomorrow. He still needed to teach Lu Bingbing a lesson tonight. Qin Feng thought of Chao Shishir and Chang Xian since he had nothing to do. Qin Feng met Chang Xian as soon as he arrived at the provincial capital after losing the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Now that he thought about it, it had been a while since he last saw these two women and the students of Provincial Capital University. Qin Feng hailed a taxi and arrived at Provincial Capital University. He stood at the entrance of the university and gazed at the shining words, Provincial Capital University. He was filled with emotions. As Chao Feng, Qin Feng had made a name for himself in Provincial Capital University. He had promoted Chinese medicine and taught a united class that loved Chinese medicine. He had even defeated the exchange students and lecturers from St. Medical Institute and made Provincial Capital University famous overseas. Qin Feng had left behind many glorious achievements in this university. Although he was no longer teaching at Provincial Capital University, there were still many legends about Chao Feng in the university. "Ah, why you are Professor Chao Feng?" Qin Feng heard a series of screams. 3 female students covered their mouths and looked at Qin Feng excitedly. Qin Feng had changed his appearance to Chao Feng before he came. He was Chao Feng at Provincial Capital University, so it was only natural that he would return. "Zhang Ting, you still remember me?" Qin Feng's memory was superb. He recognized one of the 3 female students at a glance. She was the medical college student he taught before. Zhang Ting was already excited. When she heard that Professor Chao Feng still remembered her name, she was so excited that she almost fainted. "See Professor Chao Feng. Where have you been all this time? The school leader said that you should resign on your own accord. How could you abandon the students of our medical school? Sob sob. Everyone is waiting for you to return." Zhang Ting was originally screaming excitedly, but as she spoke, she began to cry. The medical college students really missed Professor Chao Feng. Not only did Chao Feng teach them Chinese medicine, but he also taught them how to be human. They treated Chao Feng as their own brother and treated him like family. A warm feeling welled up in Qin Feng's heart. He felt a bit guilty towards these students. He went up and patted Zhang Ting's head as he smiled and said, "Classmate Zhang Ting, didn't I come back to see you all? Come, let's go to Medical College Class 1 and meet the other students." It was almost the new year, and the school was about to close for the holidays. The campus of Kyoto University was covered with a layer of white snow. There were very few students on campus, and there were a few couples who were passionately in love. They were not afraid of the cold and hugged and kissed on the chairs and stone paths. Zhang Ting chatted and laughed with Qin Feng along the way. Zhang Ting felt like she was dreaming. When they arrived at the entrance of Medical College Class 1, Qin Feng was shocked by the scene inside. The other classes were almost empty, but the Medical College Class 1's classroom was almost full. These people seemed to know that Qin Feng was coming, so they all stood up and shouted, "Professor Chao Feng, the students of Medical College Class 1 welcome you back." Qin Feng stood on the podium. The winter sun shone on his very ordinary face. He looked at the familiar classroom, the familiar blackboard, and the familiar faces. Even though Qin Feng was already the #1 martial artist in the secular world of Huaxia, at this moment, his eyes were covered with a layer of mist. Zhang Ting had already walked to her seat. The reason why all the students rushed over was that Zhang Ting had secretly sent a message to the class chat group after she met Qin Feng. There were 48 students in Medical College Class 1, but only 45 of them were present. Lu Jie, Hua Yan, and Xiao Shishir were not present. Qin Feng knew that Lu Jie and Hua Yan were in Hero City, but he didn't know where Xiao Shishir had gone. Students, during the time I was not around, did you work hard to learn Chinese medicine? Do you want to promote Chinese medicine? Qin Feng's voice was loud and clear, just like when he was lecturing on the podium. The students seemed to have regained their passion and warmth. Their voices were as loud as thunder. Professor Xiaofeng, we have worked very hard and won many medical competitions in the past half a year. We will always remember Professor Xiaofeng's teachings and remember that we are the descendants of China. We must spare no effort to carry forward China's culture. Qin Feng knew that these students had worked very hard because the hedonist sovereign system had issued an unlimited mission a long time ago. The mission was to promote China's Chinese medicine. The reward for this mission was not fixed. It would be given out from time to time according to the degree of promotion of China's Chinese medicine. Qin Feng had received a lot of rewards in the past half a year, and this was all because of the medical college students' hard work. Very good. You didn't let your teachers down, and you didn't let yourselves down either. In the future, when you graduate, you will definitely become the best in Chinese medicine. Maybe some of you will become teachers, some of you will become doctors. You will also teach students and save patients. At that time, pass down the spirit and let Chinese medicine flourish for a long time. Qin Feng was so excited that he said a series of passionate words. The students became even more excited. Someone shouted, "Professor Xiaofeng, please give us another lesson." Yes, Professor Xiaofeng, please give us another lesson. Under the crowd's request, Qin Feng gave the last lesson. This lesson was not a complete one because Hua Yan, Lu Jie, and Xiao Shishir were not present. However, life was incomplete. Only by leaving behind some regrets would one be able to reminisce about the past. After the lesson, everyone was reluctant to let Qin Feng leave, but he had to leave. He and these students did not belong to the same world. It was fate that arranged for them to gather together for a short period of time. Then, fate arranged for them to go their separate ways. Qin Feng walked out of the familiar classroom and walked on the familiar campus. He planned to take a look at Chang Xian's office and bid farewell to this woman, whom he had an ambiguous relationship with. Lu Shikai, I've told you very clearly that we are not suited to be boyfriend and girlfriend. A cold voice came from behind Qin Feng. It sounded very familiar. Qin Feng turned around and saw Chang Xian wearing a red coat and black stockings. She was arguing with a man in the snow with her arms crossed in front of her chest. The man was dressed in a well-ironed white suit that was whiter than the snow. He was tall and slender, and he was as handsome as a Korean oppa. Chang Xian, I'm not here to ask you to be my girlfriend. Let's just be friends, right? Lu Shikai was not scared off by Chang Xian's cold attitude. He looked at Chang Xian with a cheeky smile. I'm sorry, but I don't like to make friends. I have something to attend to, so I'll take my leave. Chang Xian's expression darkened. It was unknown if she was angered by Lu Shikai or if something had happened to her recently. Lu Shikai did not let Chang Xian go. He rushed forward and blocked Chang Xian's way. Chang Xian, don't you think this is boring? We're all teachers of the same school and we've been seeing each other for a long time. Why can't we just be friends? Chang Xian seemed to be annoyed by Qin Feng's pestering. She said, Fine. I promise to be friends with you. Can you move aside now? Lu Shikai smiled wickedly. Since we're friends, I'll treat you to a meal and a movie. Is that okay? Chang Xian rolled her eyes. She was infuriated by Lu Shikai's shameless behavior. However, she did not want to fall out with Lu Shikai because he was a man with a strong background. Lu Shikai had just arrived at Provincial Capital University a month ago. Rumor had it that he was the son of a collateral relative of the Lu family, one of the 4 major families in Provincial Capital. Lu Shikai did not have the ability and qualifications to be a teacher, but he got in through the back door and taught the students of the art department. Lu Shikai wasn't here to be a teacher. He was here to pick up girls. He'd only been here for a month, but he'd already slept with no less than 30 female university students. His record could rival that of the hedonistic young master Qin Feng. After Lu Shikai was done with the beauties of the university, he turned his attention to Chang Xian. "I'm sorry, but I have an appointment tonight." Chang Xian refused. "Professor Chang Xian, you said yourself that you don't like to make friends. You don't seem to have any friends in provincial capital university. Who are you meeting? It's fine if I go with you, right?" Lu Shikai decided to follow Chang Xian shamelessly. Chang Xian was on the verge of tears. She was alone in provincial capital university. Hua Yan and Xiao Feng had left, so she had no one to rely on. Now that she was being pestered by the son of the Lu family, she had no idea how to get rid of him. "I'm sorry, but I have an appointment with Chang Xian tonight. Don't be a third wheel and don't pester my Chang Xian anymore." While Chang Xian was feeling lonely and helpless, a broad shoulder landed on her back. Chang Xian was startled. She instinctively wanted to struggle, but when she turned around and saw Xiao Feng's face, her body froze. She even suspected that she was dreaming. Xiao Feng had disappeared for several months, and now he had returned? "Where did you come from, you little bastard? Get lost if you know what's good for you. Don't piss me off." Lu Shikai's eyes almost popped out of their sockets when he saw Qin Feng hugging Chang Xian. Not many people knew about Xiao Feng's identity. Moreover, Lu Shikai did not take Qin Feng seriously because of his ordinary appearance. "Xiao Feng? Is it really you?" Chang Xian exclaimed when she realized that Xiao Feng had returned. Qin Feng smiled calmly and pulled Chang Xian closer to him. "Chang Xian, have you forgotten that we have an appointment to have dinner together tonight?" Qin Feng had already figured out Chang Xian's predicament after watching from the side. He was here to help Chang Xian out of her predicament. "Ah, that's right. Let's go." Chang Xian quickly regained her senses and dragged Qin Feng away. She had been annoyed by Lu Shikai for a long time. "Motherfucker! How dare you leave when I didn't say so? Do you know who I am? I'm the son of the Lu family, one of the 4 major families in the provincial capital. How dare you oppose me? Are you tired of living?" Qin Feng sneered inwardly. "Who do you think you are? Even the Lu family's Lu Shu and the Lu family's old man would have to curry favor with him. You better shut up and I'll pretend that nothing happened." Qin Feng stopped and turned around to look at Lu Shikai. He returned to the campus as Xiao Feng and did not want to stir up any trouble. Lu Shikai was stunned for a moment. He didn't think that Qin Feng would dare to be so arrogant after hearing his name. Chapter 1073. Slap. A loud sound reverberated in the air. Lu Shikai said that one should kowtow loudly, so Qin Feng's slap was absolutely loud. Slap slap. When Lu Shikai told Qin Feng to kowtow 3 times, Qin Feng gave him 3 resounding slaps on the face. The 3 slaps seemed to have been completed in an instant. Qin Feng had already withdrawn his hand and calmly looked at Lu Shikai as if nothing had happened. Lu Shikai and Chang Xian were stupefied. Chang Xian was scared to death. Lu Shikai was the young master of the Lu family in the provincial capital. Now that Xiao Feng had offended Lu Shikai, he was doomed. "You, how dare you slap me?" Slap. Qin Feng gave Lu Shikai another slap. The 4 slaps had turned Lu Shikai's handsome face into a pig's head. "I don't want to dirty my hands by hitting you, but you asked for it. I had no choice." Qin Feng shook his head helplessly as if hitting Lu Shikai was a disgrace to Qin Feng's status. Chang Xian had long since regained her senses. She wondered where Xiao Feng got his confidence from. Lu Shikai was so angry that he wanted to kill Qin Feng. However, he knew that he was no match for Qin Feng, so he could only suppress his anger. "You, wait a minute. I'll call someone over," Lu Shikai said cautiously. "Oh? You want to call someone over? Fine, then call more people over. It's best if you can call your cousin, Lu Shu, too." Lu Shikai was stunned when he heard Qin Feng calling Lu Shu over. He did not expect that the man in front of him knew his cousin, Lu Shu. Lu Shu was one of the 4 young masters of the provincial capital. Who didn't know him? Humph, you're really arrogant. Just you wait. I'll call my cousin over now. Lu Shikai had already dialed Lu Shu's number. An impatient voice came from the other end. What's the matter? I'm busy. Lu Shikai was only a descendant of the Lu family. In front of Lu Shu, the eldest grandson of the Lu family, his status was no different than a servant. After being yelled at by Lu Shu, Lu Shikai still had to smile and say, Big cousin, I was beaten by someone. Fuck! You idiot, don't you get beaten up all the time? Can you stop embarrassing our Lu family? I don't have time to care about this kind of thing. Take care of it yourself. Seeing that Lu Shu was about to hang up the phone, Lu Shikai quickly said, Big cousin. That guy wants you to come here personally. He wants to teach you a lesson. Lu Shikai made Qin Feng sound arrogant and despotic. Chang Xian was furious, but she was more worried about Qin Feng than anything else. Xiao Feng, let's go. Don't make a big deal out of this, Chang Xian urged. Qin Feng remained silent, but he had no intention of leaving. Chang Xian was anxious, but there was nothing she could do. After Lu Shikai spread all sorts of rumors about Qin Feng, Lu Shu was successfully enraged. What the fuck? Who's so crazy? Ask him to tell me his name. I want to see which family he's from. Seeing that big cousin was angry, Lu Shikai smiled playfully and looked at Qin Feng as if he was looking at a dead man. Stinking brat, big cousin asked you what your name is. Xiao Feng. Qin Feng answered calmly. Big cousin, I found out that the brat's name is Xiao Feng. I've never heard of anyone with the surname Qiao in the provincial capital. This brat must be a nobody. That's why he's so arrogant. Big cousin, can you say something? Why did you hang up the phone? After Lu Shikai reported Qin Feng's name, there was no reply from the other side. Lu Shu was drenched in cold sweat. He quickly put on his clothes and drove to provincial capital university. Lu Shikai might not know Xiao Feng and Qin Feng's identities, but how could Lu Shu not know? When Qin Feng was the Green Dragon of China, Lu Shu, Yang Can, and the other top young masters in the provincial capital were Qin Feng's lackeys. Now that Qin Feng had become the chief of the martial arts world and defeated the dragon god, all the big families in the provincial capital worshipped Qin Feng as if he was a god. After finding out that Lu Shikai, that idiot, had offended Qin Feng, Lu Shu wanted to fly over and kill this idiot cousin in the next second. Are you done with your phone call? Is Lu Shu here? Qin Feng asked Lu Shikai indifferently. Lu Shikai was uncertain. He wondered if his big cousin was too lazy to care about such a trivial matter, or what was going on. Humph, just you wait, big cousin is coming with a Ferrari. I'll teach you a lesson. Lu Shikai pretended to be calm and glared at Qin Feng. It didn't matter if Lu Shu was coming or not. He couldn't lose to Qin Feng in terms of momentum. Qin Feng hugged Chang Xian and sat down on a chair to chat with her. It had been a long time since Qin Feng last saw Chang Xian, so he asked her about her recent situation. However, Chang Xian was restless, and her mind would wander as she talked. Screech. In just 10 minutes, a flashy black Ferrari stopped beside Lu Shikai. When Lu Shikai saw his big cousin coming out of the car, he was so excited that his snot and mucus came out of his nose. Big cousin really came with a Ferrari. Big cousin, you're here. Lu Shikai greeted Lu Shu with a smile. When he was about to point out Qin Feng's identity and ask his big cousin to beat Lu Shu up, he noticed that Lu Shu had already dashed toward Qin Feng and Chang Xian. Lu Shikai was extremely excited. He thought to himself, big cousin is so domineering when he beats Lu Shu up. He didn't even say a word before he rushed to beat Lu Shu up. Qin, big brother Xiao Feng, I'm late. Please forgive me, big brother Xiao Feng. After several months, Lu Shu had changed a lot. He had become the young master of the Lu family. Now, he had lost his hedonistic aura and became more dignified and domineering. Lu Shu had no idea why Qin Feng had changed back to Xiao Feng. Could it be that Qin Feng used different identities to pick up girls? Did he use different faces to date different girls? As one of the most powerful young masters in Jindu, Lu Shu suddenly felt ashamed. Compared to young Master Qin's hedonistic and unruly behavior, his little tricks were nothing. Chang Xian and Lu Shikai were dumbfounded. They realized that Lu Shu was calling Big Brother Xiaofeng? Big cousin brother. What are you doing? This bastard scolded you and said he wanted to beat you up. Quick, teach him a lesson. Lu Shikai saw that something was wrong, so he rushed to stir up conflict. Slap! Lu Shu turned around and slapped Lu Shikai. The slap made Lu Shikai spin 3 times on the ground. Actually, when Lu Shu got out of the car, he wanted to stomp Lu Shikai to death. However, he had to greet Qin Feng first. It would be troublesome if he offended Qin Feng. Fuck you. Who the fuck are you? I know you. Don't call me big cousin brother. Which family are you from? Lu Shu pretended that he didn't know Lu Shikai. He couldn't wait to remove Lu Shikai's name from the Lu family. Not long ago, the upper class of the Jindu received a piece of shocking news. The Sima family, one of the 4 major families, declined overnight. All of their blacksmiths were sold to the Yun family. The Yun family was promoted from a second-rate family to one of the 4 major families. The reason for this change was that a stupid disciple of the Sima family had offended Qin Feng. Big cousin brother. Don't hit me. Why don't you recognize me? I'm your cousin, Lu Shikai. Lu Shikai was kicked to the ground and screamed in pain. Lu Shu's face changed. He wanted to find a needle, and so Lu Shikai's mouth shut. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't you know who that is? That's my big brother, Xiaofeng, China's Azure Dragon, the young master of the Qin family. If you want to die, go ahead. Don't drag me and the Lu family down with you. Lu Shu revealed Qin Feng's real identity. Lu Shikai, who was screaming and rolling on the ground, suddenly froze. He even forgot the pain in his body and stared at Qin Feng with his mouth agape. This person is Qin Feng? The young hero Qin Feng who has caused an uproar in the Jindu and made all the major families tremble in fear? But his appearance doesn't seem right. Ah! I deserve to die. Please spare my life, young hero Qin Feng. I am not a member of the Lu family. I'm just a nameless idiot. Lu Shikai was scared out of his wits. He also realized the seriousness of the situation. Lu Shikai begged Qin Feng for mercy while he tried to deny his relationship with the Lu family. He knew that if he did not handle this matter well, the Lu family would follow in the footsteps of the Dongfang family. Lu Shikai wanted to commit suicide because he knew he would die a more miserable death if he continued to live. You stinking idiot! How dare you pretend to be a member of the Lu family? I'll kill you. Lu Shu was still beating Lu Shikai. Chang Xian was trembling in fear when she saw the bloody scene. Qin Feng hugged Chang Xian and stood up. He was too lazy to watch Lu Shu and Lu Shikai's acting. Alright, the Lu family should abdicate. Lu Jie's Lu family will replace the Lu family. You and Yang Ken are still my little brothers. Since you've performed well recently, you can stay as the top 2 of the 5 small families. Qin Feng's words had sucked Lu Shu's soul out of his body. At this moment, the 4 major families of the Jindu were frozen. The Qin family was the leader, the Dongfang family was on the same level, the Yun family of the Jindu, and the Lu family of the Jindu. When Lu Shikai heard Qin Feng's decision, he was so scared that he fainted. Lu Shu, on the other hand, came back to his senses at this time. He started to rejoice that the Lu family was still able to sit firmly in the top 2 of the 5 small family clans. This was already pretty good. Look at the Sima family. Thank you for your forgiveness, Big Brother Qin. I'll inform my family about this. Lu Shu carried the fainted Lu Shikai and rushed to the Lu family's residence. As soon as the 2 of them left, another group of people arrived. Big Brother Qin, I've heard that you're back, so I've come to welcome you. The group consisted of dozens of men and women. The leader of the group was Yang Ken, one of the 4 young masters of the Jindu. Behind him were the first-rate young masters and daughters of the noble families. Young Master Qin. After Yang Ken finished his words, the rest of the people greeted Qin Feng in unison. Qin Feng did not expect Yang Ken and the others to be so well informed. They knew that he was in the Jindu University in such a short time. It was not that Yang Ken and the others were well informed, But Qin Feng's current status was so high that even he did not expect it. Although Qin Feng did not agree to become the dragon god, he had reached the same status as the dragon god in the martial arts world. In fact, he was even more prestigious than the dragon god. Now, all the major families in the Jindu were paying attention to Qin Feng's every move. They all wanted to curry favor with Qin Feng and obtain his help. Big brother Qin, I've booked a luxurious room in the Soaring Cloud Mansion. I want to welcome you, Yang Kan said respectfully. He did not dare to slight Qin Feng. The rest of the rich young masters and daughters, who usually flaunted their prowess in the Jindu, lowered their heads like obedient chicks. Chang Xian was stunned by the scene. She wondered what earth-shattering things Qin Feng had done recently. How did he manage to make all the disciples of the major families in the Jindu come to greet him? Qin Feng had many things to discuss with Chang Xian. He waved his hand and said, I'm very busy. You guys can go back now. Behave yourself in the Jindu and you'll be fine. Qin Feng's words made everyone heave a sigh of relief. When these people came, they saw Lu Shu drive the Ferrari away angrily, and Lu Shikai, who was beaten to the point of being covered in blood, in the car. Everyone already understood something. Then we won't disturb you anymore. Let's go. Chapter 1074. Chang Xian knew Qin Feng and Xiao Feng's identities, but she was just an ordinary person. She did not know how powerful a martial artist could be, so the information she had was limited. After everyone left, Chang Xian regained her senses. She looked at Qin Feng and asked, Who are you? Those are the rich young masters and ladies of the provincial capital. Why are they afraid of you? Looking at Chang Xian's nervous expression, Qin Feng smiled and said, I'm me. Don't mind my other identities. I'm just teacher Qiao Feng in front of you and the students of the medical college. Although Qin Feng's status was high, he had never put on airs in front of his family and friends. He was still the same Qin Feng. Chang Xian had been missing Qin Feng and Hua Yan. She had tried to contact them, but she couldn't reach them. Qin Feng and Hua Yan walked further and further on the path of martial artists. As an ordinary teacher and doctor, Chang Xian could not walk the same path as them. Qin Feng had realized this problem a long time ago. That was why he asked Zhao Lingxian, Lin Beibei, and the other women to start cultivating so that he could walk the same path as them. Then why did you come back? Chang Xian looked at Qin Feng expectantly. It would be great if Qin Feng came back to be a teacher. I just returned to the provincial capital, so I took some time to visit the students and you. I'm afraid I'll have to leave again in a while. Qin Feng's words were like a bucket of cold water poured over Chang Xian's head. Chang Xian's complexion was not good lately. She seemed to be preoccupied with something, but she was actually thinking about Qin Feng. Back when Qin Feng, Hua Yan, and Chang Xian lived in the villa, the three of them lived a happy and carefree life. Chang Xian and Qin Feng even had an ambiguous relationship. Chang Xian had gradually become dependent on Qin Feng. She felt that Qin Feng should be responsible for her. After a while, Chang Xian was disappointed when Qin Feng did not say anything else. Oh right, Hua Yan hasn't come to class for a long time. Do you know where she went? Chang Xian mentioned Hua Yan. She had a hunch that Qin Feng and Hua Yan were together. Don't worry about Hua Yan. She's living a good life with me. I'll bring her back to visit you when I'm free. The three of us can gather in your villa and relive that time. Qin Feng's expression became blurred as he spoke. He was reminiscing about his carefree life as a teacher. Chang Xian's guess was verified, and she felt frustrated. Chang Xian was the one who fell in love with Qin Feng first. Eventually, Qin Feng and Hua Yan became intimate. Chang Xian treated Hua Yan as her younger sister, so she took the initiative to let Hua Yan go. She did not expect Qin Feng to be with Hua Yan and abandon her. Chang Xian suddenly felt that it was unfair. She was at the age where she was worried about getting married and wanted to find a good man to spend the rest of her life with. Qin Feng met her criteria for marriage. Then, since you're here, why don't you come to my villa? Chang Xian invited Qin Feng for no apparent reason. Qin Feng didn't think too much about it. The two of them walked on the snowy ground and chatted until they reached Chang Xian's villa. Qin Feng walked into the room. The furnishings and decorations in the room hadn't changed, giving Qin Feng a familiar feeling. Chang Xian took off her high heels as soon as she entered the house. Her body was slightly bent, and her back was facing Qin Feng. Qin Feng was a little dazed. Chang Xian took off her red coat and hung it at the side. She was wearing a white shirt, shorts, and black stockings. Chang Xian was a great beauty with a voluptuous body. After she took off her coat, Qin Feng couldn't help but steal a few glances at her body. Chang Xian noticed his gaze and blushed. She didn't say anything and walked to the sofa in the living room. Big Sister Xian, how have you been lately? Qin Feng felt like he had returned to that period of time when they lived together. Chang Xian was a few years older than Hua Yan and Qin Feng, so Qin Feng and Hua Yan addressed Chang Xian as Big Sister Xian. Chang Xian poured 2 cups of water and said, "Not so good." Qin Feng, who was sitting beside Chang Xian, was taken aback. Usually, Chang Xian's answer was not bad. "Big Sister Xian, why aren't you doing well? Is it because Lu Shikai has been pestering you lately? Don't worry, he won't pester you anymore." Qin Feng believed that the Lu family would punish Lu Shikai severely. They might even remove Lu Shikai's name from the Lu family. However, Chang Xian wasn't annoyed by Lu Shikai's pursuit. It was because her life had been too monotonous and lonely recently. "Qin Feng, can you tell me what you are really like?" Chang Xian suddenly asked. "Big Sister Xian, do you really want to know?" Qin Feng hesitated. Indeed, Chang Xian wanted to know more about Qin Feng. She realized that she only knew one of Qin Feng's identities, and the identity of Qiao Feng's teacher was not the real Qin Feng. Chang Xian wanted to know more about Qin Feng and what kind of person he was. "If it's convenient for you to tell me, I'd like to hear it." Chang Xian looked at Qin Feng with anticipation. Actually, Qin Feng's identity was no longer a secret. However, Qin Feng's purpose of coming to Provincial Capital University was to meet everyone. He had no intention of developing a relationship with Chang Xian. In Qin Feng's opinion, he and Chang Xian belonged to 2 different worlds. Qin Feng had enough women now, and he didn't want to take any of them back. Otherwise, he would anger Zhao Lingxian and the others to death. "My original identity is Qin Feng. I'm the eldest grandson of the Qin family in the provincial capital. In fact, I'm one of the people who practice ancient martial arts in China. Now that I've become the strongest martial artist in the secular world of China, all the big families in the provincial capital are trying to curry favor with me. Even the Chinese government is trying to rope me in." Qin Feng told Chang Xian the truth about his current cultivation level. Qin Feng purposely displayed his strongest side so that Chang Xian would know the gap between them. He wanted Chang Xian to give up on the idea of being together with Chang Xian. It was not that Qin Feng looked down on Chang Xian, but he thought that Big Sister Xian was too outstanding. It would be better for her to find a better man and live a peaceful life. Chang Xian was dumbfounded by Qin Feng's words. After a while, Chang Xian became curious and asked, "Is it because you practice ancient martial arts that you can use your luck to target me?" Qin Feng nodded. "Is it because you practice ancient martial arts that you can change your appearance as you wish?" Changing one's appearance had nothing to do with cultivation, but it involved the system, so Qin Feng nodded. "Why are you together with Hua Yan? Is Hua Yan also an ancient martial artist?" "Yes, Hua Yan is a demon cultivator. She's also very powerful. Hua Yan can defeat 100 ordinary street thugs." When Qin Feng mentioned Hua Yan, he couldn't help but miss this smart girl. Chang Xian seemed to have understood many things in an instant. She asked, "Can practicing ancient martial arts prolong one's lifespan?" Qin Feng nodded and said, "When one reaches a certain level of cultivation, one's lifespan will increase. Moreover, cultivation can strengthen one's body and prevent one from falling sick easily." It was Chang Xian's first time hearing about the world of ancient martial arts. She felt like she was dreaming. Initially, She thought these things only existed in novels and television shows. She did not expect them to exist in real life as well. Chang Xian believed Qin Feng's words. Not long ago, those top-notch young masters of Willow Tree Group treated Qin Feng with utmost respect. Chang Xian was tempted by his words. She wanted to practice cultivation as well. Qin Feng, can you help me cultivate with you? Chang Xian suddenly approached Qin Feng and grabbed his arm with her lily-white hands. A fragrant scent wafted into Qin Feng's nose. It was a familiar scent that he had not smelled for a long time. Qin Feng stared at Chang Xian, who was just inches away from him. His gaze involuntarily fell on the most prominent part of Chang Xian's body and said, "I haven't decided yet." With Qin Feng's current abilities, it was too easy for an ordinary person to practice ancient martial arts. He could feed Chang Xian a blood chi pill or perform the 5-elemental acupuncture technique to help Chang Xian become a cultivator. However, Qin Feng had not decided yet. If he allowed Chang Xian to practice ancient martial arts, he would have to guide her all the time. That would be tantamount to taking Chang Xian as his wife. What do you mean by you haven't decided yet? Chang Xian looked at Qin Feng with disappointment. She thought the relationship between the two of them was intimate enough, but Qin Feng did not agree to her request immediately. Qin Feng decided to be straightforward and said, "Big Sister Xian, I have a way to help you become a martial artist. However, I need to perform acupuncture on your entire body. That way, Big Sister Xian will become my woman, and I already have a lot of women by my side." Qin Feng wanted Chang Xian to back off, but he did not expect that Chang Xian would suddenly throw herself into Qin Feng's arms and kiss him. Then, if you perform acupuncture on me, I can be your woman. Chang Xian used to think that Qin Feng was a playboy, but now that she understood Qin Feng's capabilities, she felt that it was normal for Qin Feng to have more women. Qin Feng was the #1 martial artist in the secular world of China. The Qin clan that he belonged to was now the #1 clan in the capital. Qin Feng was simply the #1 rich young master in China. This kind of man was someone that women would be willing to be with even if they had to use their brains. Chang Xian was not greedy for power or money, but she could not let go of Qin Feng. Moreover, Chang Xian also wanted to become a martial artist. She had always dreamed of learning the needle manipulation technique so that she could save more lives in the future. Chang Xian started to take off Qin Feng's shirt. She was ready to be with Qin Feng today. Qin Feng thought that Chang Xian would back off, but he did not expect that she would be provoked into becoming wild. Qin Feng was at a loss of what to do. If he rejected Chang Xian and pushed her away, wouldn't it be inappropriate? Qin Feng did not resist and allowed Chang Xian to take off his shirt. Chang Xian's clothes were gone, and Qin Feng could no longer hold himself back when he saw her perfect figure and fair skin. He took the initiative to attack her. The battle went from the sofa to Chang Xian's room. It was the first time that Chang Xian felt dizzy and in pain. Qin Feng tried his best to be gentle and took care of Chang Xian's reaction. The battle lasted until midnight. Chang Xian was exhausted. She lay in Qin Feng's arms and panted, "Phew! Qin Feng, don't tell me that every man is as ferocious as you? So, do we still need to work?" Chang Xian had only met Qin Feng before, so she did not know about the others. Qin Feng caressed Chang Xian's skin and said with a smile, "I'm the strongest. The others don't even have 1% of my strength. You can be happy now." Chang Xian's face blushed. This was the first time she had done it, and it was more of a painful sensation. She did not think that she should be happy. In fact, Chang Xian felt that she should be crying because Qin Feng had been with her for too long. "Oh right, I'm yours now. Can you teach me how to practice ancient martial arts?" Chang Xian had completely become Qin Feng's woman. She did not feel the slightest bit of unhappiness. Instead, she felt as if all the gloomy feelings she had were gone. Of course, Qin Feng would not abandon Chang Xian. With a flip of his hand, a row of silver needles appeared beside the bed. He was ready to cleanse Chang Xian's body. Swish, 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 swish. Qin Feng moved the needles as if he was playing a game. However, Chang Xian was not worried at all. She had witnessed Qin Feng's acupuncture skills when he was teaching at Provincial Capital University. It was because of Qin Feng's needle manipulation that he was able to suppress the people from St. Second Medicine Institute. Chapter 1075. Previously, Qin Feng had used acupuncture to cleanse Li Yu's marrow. This time, the process of cleansing Chang Xian's marrow was very smooth. Chang Xian felt her exhausted body suddenly become energetic. There was also a strange flow of energy flowing in her body. It was a feeling that she had never felt before. Ah! Qin Feng! Why is there so much filth on my body? Chang Xian shrieked in fear when she saw the layer of black filth on her arms and legs. Women like her loved cleanliness. Chang Xian could not understand where the black filth came from. Don't worry, big sister Xian. These are the toxins and wastes that have accumulated in your body for more than 20 years. They have all been expelled. I'll wash them off for you later. Qin Feng removed the silver needles and carried Chang Xian to the bathroom. After filling the bathtub with water, Qin Feng began to wash Chang Xian. Chang Xian's body was still stiff after she cleansed her body. She felt awkward and wanted to wash herself, but she found it difficult to move. After rinsing the water 3 times, Chang Xian's skin was clean and fair. Her skin was even more flawless and sparkling. Chang Xian was dumbfounded by the sight of her skin. Big sister Xian, you have become a stage 1 inner chi martial artist. I'll give you a martial arts secret manual later. You just need to cultivate according to the manual. I'll also give you some medicinal pills. After you've stabilized your stage 1 inner chi, you can consume the medicinal pills to speed up your breakthrough. Qin Feng told Chang Xian some things a martial artist needed to pay attention to. He even explained the division of martial artists' realms to her. Chang Xian felt like she was dreaming. She was just an ordinary university teacher come hospital doctor this morning. But now, she had become one of the mysterious ancient martial artists in China. Chang Xian could finally move. She felt shy again when she saw Qin Feng had washed her clean. Chang Xian was very grateful to Qin Feng. It was Qin Feng who allowed her to step into the world of martial artists and opened her eyes to a new and mysterious world. When Chang Xian saw Qin Feng was drenched in sweat, she pulled Qin Feng into the bathtub. After midnight, the battle began. After Chang Xian became a martial artist, her stamina had improved tremendously. This time, she did not feel as much pain as before. She finally understood the value of a wedding night. Qin Feng was the indestructible god of war. In the end, Qin Feng broke the bathtub due to his excitement. He hugged Chang Xian and stopped the fight. After a day and a night of hard work, Qin Feng and Chang Xian's relationship had become very intimate. They had regained the ambiguous feeling they had when they were living together. The two of them lay on the bed. Chang Xian didn't want to get up. She wished that time would stop at this moment so that she could lie peacefully in Qin Feng's arms. Big sister Xian, I have some matters to attend to today. I'll bring you along when I return to Acropolis City tomorrow. My headquarters is there, Qin Feng said as he patted Chang Xian's shoulder. Now that Chang Xian was Qin Feng's woman, she had to listen to him. Where are you going? Can I go with you? Lu Bingbing said that she would be back today, so Qin Feng planned to go to the Dragon Gate. You didn't sleep last night. You should take a good rest. I'll come to pick you up. Qin Feng got up and put on his clothes. Chang Xian was indeed exhausted. She buried her head in the blanket when she thought about how they had been fighting since last night. After bidding farewell to Chang Xian, Qin Feng left the villa. As soon as he stepped out of the door, his phone rang. Bing Bing, are you back? Lu Bingbing called. Qin Feng, don't worry about me. Don't come to me. Lu Bingbing's anxious voice came from the other end of the phone. Qin Feng's expression changed drastically. He realized that Lu Bingbing was in danger. Bingbing, where are you? I'm coming to you now. Lu Bingbing was still screaming at Qin Feng over the phone. Her voice was getting softer and softer as if she was getting further away from the phone. At this moment, a familiar and cold voice came from the other end of the phone. Qin Feng. Long time no see. How are you? Qin Feng was stunned for a moment. Then, he realized who the other party was. His eyes were burning with anger. William Hagen, how dare you kidnap my woman? You better let Bing Bing go now. Otherwise, you will regret it. Ever since Qin Feng became the Green Dragon of China, all the factions in China were afraid of Qin Feng. It had been a long time since anyone dared to offend Qin Feng and his woman. William Hagen and Professor Mike had escaped from the research base, and they were two hidden dangers in Qin Feng's heart. Qin Feng planned to find out their whereabouts and get rid of them, but they came knocking on his door. Haha, Qin Feng, you think too highly of yourself. Why wouldn't I dare to kidnap your woman? I still want to play with her. You have half an hour to get to the top of the cliff. Otherwise, you will have to collect your woman's corpse. Slap. William Hagen hung up the phone. Ever since Qin Feng destroyed the research base of the William family in America, William Hagen and Professor Mike had been trying to kill Qin Feng. Not only did Qin Feng destroy the research base, but he also ruined their original plan to modify humans. Not only that, but he also killed all the William family's mutants. Even Prince William was killed in that battle. William Hagen swore to avenge himself. Qin Feng hadn't been so angry in a long time. With a thought, he immediately rode a fiery red horse toward the direction of the cliff mountain. In the capital, China's most prosperous first-tier metropolis, all kinds of luxury cars and supercars could be seen on the streets. However, it had been many years since someone rode a horse on the streets. At this moment, Qin Feng spurred the horse on. The flaming dragon horse was so fast that it turned into a streak of red light. Many sports cars were left behind by Qin Feng. Wow! Mom! Look, someone's riding a horse. A little girl's exclamation came from a bus. The girl's mother dotingly patted the little girl's head. How can there be a horse on the streets? You must have seen wrongly. As soon as the mother's voice fell, everyone on the bus went wild. Fuck! There's really someone riding a horse on the streets. That's obviously a rich young master from the capital. How dare he do such a stupid thing? The originally crowded street became even more crowded and chaotic because of Qin Feng riding on the flaming dragon horse. Many car owners stopped driving and took out their phones to take pictures of Qin Feng. Qin Feng moved unimpeded through the congested crossroads. The flaming dragon horse shuttled through the traffic. It was agile and looked like it was about to fly. Fuck! Young Master Yun. There's a horse that overtook your Ferrari. Fuck me. Who the fuck is that? He's even cooler than us. He's riding a Fergana horse on the streets. Brothers, today's racing rules have been changed. Whoever can catch up to that group of horses first will be the winner. The dozen or so rich young masters of the capital who were racing on the road all became interested. The roar of the engines was like the roar of a wild beast, and the dozen or so sports cars worth millions of yuan sped away. Qin Feng rode on the flaming dragon horse at the very front, followed by a dozen or so luxury cars. This scene was too spectacular, and it immediately attracted the attention of the passers-by. Young Master Yun finally caught up to Qin Feng in his Ferrari. He was about to show off his prowess to Qin Feng, but when he recognized Qin Feng's face, he was so shocked that he almost crashed his car into a tree. Young Master Yun, why did you suddenly slow down? Let's overtake that pretentious prick. Stop his horse and let us ride it as well. The rich young masters behind young Master Yun asked through their walkie-talkies. Young Master Yun's voice trembled as he said, Fuck! We're in big trouble today. The person riding the horse is Senior Qin Feng. Senior Qin Feng? The hot-blooded young masters were dumbfounded when they heard this name. Senior Qin Feng was the richest young master in the capital. He was revered like a god by all the leaders of the big and small families. Just because of Qin Feng's words, the Sima family and Lu family of the capital's 4 largest families fell from their positions. Even the Yang family was suppressed by Qin Feng. As for the Yun family and Lu family, Qin Feng helped them ascend to the throne of the 4 largest families. No one dared to provoke Qin Feng anymore. Young Master Yun, don't panic. Isn't Qin Feng together with your eldest cousin Yun Xiao? Your cousin Yunze is Senior Qin Feng's little brother. This matter might not be a disaster. If we handle it well, we might be able to get Senior Qin Feng's help. After a short moment of panic, the group of young masters calmed down. Fortunately, there was a rich young master from the Yun family among them. Otherwise, they would be dead meat. Young Master Yun also calmed down after everyone gave their opinions. I don't think Senior Qin Feng is here to act tough. Why does he need to act tough with his status? He's already a tough guy. Watch your words, brat. If Senior Qin Feng hears it, we'll all die. Everyone stop arguing. I think Senior Qin Feng is in a hurry to do something. Let's go to the front and open a path for him. Maybe we can resolve this conflict. The group of young masters finally came up with a plan. A dozen sports cars suddenly sped up and chased after Qin Feng. Qin Feng was worried about Lu Bingbing, so he didn't care about the sports cars behind him. However, when the sports cars sped past Qin Feng glanced at them indifferently. Senior Qin Feng, this little brother is Yun Xian. I'm Yun Yu's little brother. I saw that Senior Qin Feng was in a hurry, so I brought some people to open a path for Senior. Yun Xian didn't dare to be negligent and greeted Qin Feng respectfully. Qin Feng still had an impression of Yun Yu. When the Yun family held the young masters' martial competition, Yun Yu was also a candidate. In the entire Yun family, only Yun Yu and Yun Zhe played together. The two of them even fought during the martial competition, and Yun Yu voluntarily withdrew. Okay, you guys go ahead and open a path. Go in the direction of Broken Cliff Mountain. Qin Feng nodded at Yun Xian. Yun Xian's anxious heart finally calmed down, and he hurriedly relayed Qin Feng's orders to his companions through the communicator. Rumble. Instantly, engines roared on the street, and a dozen luxury cars lined up like a formation of fighter jets. They sped in front of Qin Feng. Seeing this formation, some of the cars in front of them hurriedly pulled over. It felt like they were escorting the country's leader. Holy shit, who's that young man riding a horse? Since when did the country have such a young high-ranking official? That horse is too fast. I can't even see that man's face clearly. I recognize him. That's Qin Feng. Wherever Qin Feng passed, there was a commotion. The crowd was boiling, and they all stood on both sides of the road to take pictures of Qin Feng and the dozen luxury cars. This was like a celebrity reception. Later on, reporters from various news agencies and media were sent out to film Qin Feng. When someone recognized Qin Feng, those who had heard of Qin Feng's name were stunned. This was the newly promoted #1 hedonistic young master in the capital. Looking at the formation, it was indeed eye-catching. Qin Feng didn't care about these things, and he didn't have the mood to pay attention to them. With Yun Xian and the others leading the way, Qin Feng's journey was smooth. When he was about to reach the bottom of Broken Cliff Mountain, Qin Feng stopped. Hiss! You're tuning in to the Dreamy Chapters YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.